Hey, alright, welcome to the Tuesday show. My name is Ultra David.
And I am James Chen. How's everybody going?
We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff tonight, most especially, probably talk about Spider-Man Infinite a lot. There's a lot of tournament results to talk about. There's a lot of other news too, but I briefly just wanted to address the Vegas shooting.
Yeah.
It took place in the Mandalay Bay area, which is like right where we were.
Yeah, literally.
For EVO.
The gunman was on a 32nd floor, broke a window.
Yeah.
From the Mandalay Bay corner room.
Yeah. So that might hit home, I think, to more people than these shootings often do, because for many of us, we were there. Mm-hmm. Either we were at the Mandalay Bay or we watched what happened at the Mandalay Bay, right? Either live stream or you were there in person. Probably everybody on the stream was doing one of those two things. So that, I think, probably hits people more at home. And there's a lot of people in the FGC who live in Vegas. There's a big Vegas contingent.
Justin's gaming house just moved to Vegas. Yeah. Flo just moved to Vegas as well, so they're all over there. I saw another FGC person say that they knew a friend who was there at the concert, and he survived, but some of his coworkers did not.
Yeah. There's a company that organizes a lot of big events in Vegas that my friend happens to work for. He actually moved out there in part to do it. And he's not the only one. Apparently there's an FGC dude who works for either the same company or like a similar organization company. So they were all there. And, you know, it's wild to hear reports from people who were there about how it was. Again, I feel like this shooting may have hit closer to home for many of us than these shootings often do. There are so many of them that I'm sure at this point almost everybody's been touched by something in the U.S., but this one was probably closer to home. So just want to say condolences to everybody involved. If anybody out there knows somebody who was there at all or was, hurt physically, very sorry to hear it, and best wishes for recovery. But it's not just people who were hurt physically. I can't imagine what it would be like to be running for my life and seeing people's heads explode. And I mean, I don't know how that is. I can't imagine that you recover from that quickly, mentally speaking.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing too, I see some people in chat talking about, moving to another venue or something like that, but I just don't even think that should happen because this happens all the time. Again, it's an act of terrorism. Like, if you are scared to go back to the Mandalay Bay, then that means they kind of did their job. In a weird way, you kind of have to persevere through it and continue forward with whatever it is that you were doing before. So I don't see any reason to move the venue.
No, and it's just as likely or unlikely that it would happen in any other venue. There's nothing. Mandalay Bay is not the reason in any sense for this having happened. It's just where it happened to take place, and it could have taken place anywhere. It's a really tough situation. Guns in our country are it's a wild topic. It's very hard to know how to address it. But I really think that something has to change. I understand what the Second Amendment says, but
I don't think most people do.
Yeah, I think you may be right about that, and including the idea that it's a personal right to hold and bear firearms was only endorsed at the national level like 6 years ago, like during the Obama presidency. I forget, it's 2009, I think was Heller, maybe 2011, one of those two. Very recent, and that idea at all is like from the 1980s. Like the first law review articles about that idea were from like my lifetime, your lifetime. It's not an old idea. It's not like some ancient tradition. It's very recent, but there's been awesome propaganda to make it seem like it's always been this way.
Right.
And it's not. It really is not.
And you know what the funny thing is? Someone actually pointed out kind of the irony of the whole situation, that a lot of people are like, this is a great country. We have freedoms such as the right to bear arms and everything. But here's the funny thing. The right to bear arms in the Second Amendment was put in there on the provision that this isn't a great country. Because, it's kind of put in there in case the government ever goes foul, you have the right to fight back. And back then, guns were the way to do that, right? Like nowadays, I think
it was reasonable, I guess. But
social media, I feel like, is more powerful than that now. You know, in a weird way.
The right in the Second Amendment is. In my view, reading it, I think it's very clearly tied to the militia aspect and not to the individual right. And again, that's a very recent idea anyway, the idea that it's an individual right. But look, it's something that we have to reconsider. I understand that tradition is there, even if it's only 30 years, it's a tradition, fine. But you gotta reevaluate things sometimes. And if the only reason to keep it around is tradition, then that just doesn't seem like a good idea at this point.
Yeah.
You have to reevaluate everything. I mean, some of my all-time legal heroes are the Jewish lawyers who fought for the right of the Nazis to march in Skokie, Illinois, a very heavily Jewish area.
Okay.
Because I've always thought that the right to free speech was like one of the major bedrocks of American political society. Mm-hmm. But I have to admit to myself now that doesn't seem to have really worked. The reason to keep one of the reasons to keep free speech around, philosophically speaking, is that there's like this marketplace of ideas, and free speech that is either true or that is, you know, less harmful, whatever the qualifier is, will win out in the end over speech that are lies or whatever.
Right.
Else.
Okay.
That's like a big philosophical underpinning for it. But I have to admit that seems like it's not panned out at all. It seems instead like lies are everywhere still, and
it's almost like they're stronger than ever.
Yeah, there are Nazis and KKK, and we haven't done anything about it, and they are there to the same degree that they were 50 years ago. Mm-hmm. So I have to reconsider whether my strongly held idea is worth holding anymore. Mm-hmm. I don't know, it's something I'm going to be thinking about, but the same kind of thing has to happen for the Second Amendment. It really does. It has to be something that you reconsider. I've gone to gun shooting ranges. I think it's fun to shoot, but that's not the same thing as whether you can carry around and the dude had an automatic gun, which is either he modified something.
It was a modified.
Was that news?
It was a semi-automatic, and
you can modify it.
They put a special stock on there that basically helps you fire it much faster. Basically,
right. So, you know, it's just something that we have to think about, or else this is just going to keep on happening. Because it doesn't seem like there's any other way around it so far.
And the hardest thing about it is, like you said, the lies are spreading a lot more. Social media is really powerful right now. So, you know, before you go retweeting anything, just make sure first, you know, I mean, for example, using a completely alternate topic, yes, and R.I.P. to Tom Petty, who I think is an amazing musician.
Sure.
But people reported that he had died like 6 hours before he had died, right? But as soon as it came out, everyone just retweeted it and went crazy. As soon as I saw the news, you know, I immediately ran to CNN and tried to find reports, and there were no reports on it, so I waited, etc., etc. You know, just using that as an example, just, you know, make sure you take the due diligence. And again, you know, this should just be something that I think everybody should do, but don't retweet an article based off of headlines. You know, always make sure you read it. And,
try to,
you know, and just get a good idea of what's going on in there. You know, social media is dangerous. Let's just put it that way. I really think it is.
I hear that. It's not, I mean, it's like factually impossible to overcome the federal government. I don't know if that's a good thing. Probably it's not. But it's impossible. And so, I don't know, I feel like I want people to take things like that into account. Guns can be fun. That's cool. It's not the same thing as being able to carry around guns or an assault rifle. It's a very different thing. You can go sport shooting, and it's not what we're talking about here. Plenty of countries in the world have guns and have access to guns and don't have the easy access to guns that we have. And although they have violence, they don't have mass shootings in the way that we do.
Right.
Or we can continue to have mass shootings. I don't know. That's probably how it's going to go. But anyway, I really don't think that it's on Mandalay Bay to have more security. I really don't think it's on tournament organizers to have more security. There are so many things that we have to do and consider as a result of having guns everywhere. That I think we just got to look at the underlying issue, which is that guns are everywhere.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, I mean, I think you probably are going to keep your guns. I mean, probably so, but I'm not sure if that's a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even sure about the mental background stuff, too, because they said that the guy, when he purchased his weapons, he had passed all mental background checks.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Oh, I just want something to be done about this, because that definitely could have been you and me. Easily enough.
Yeah.
Easily enough. So.
And,
all right.
And again, like I said, people that we know, like literally knew people who were there. Like I saw Flo talking about that. He knew someone who was there. And
my buddy was there. His coworker's in the hospital now. I mean, it's,
right. Okay.
All right. Cool. Yeah, gun sales always go up after things like this. That is true. And that's a major bummer.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of fun stuff to talk about today. Oh, before we do that, I just wanted to briefly mention this. Mono from Puerto Rico, the guy who organized his first attack, obviously they're going through a very tough time in Puerto Rico. I just wanted to say hello to everybody down there some of them are starting to get internet back and electronics back. Mono's one of them. And he actually hit me up on Twitter yesterday or the day before on DMs because he didn't want to think that he hadn't paid us yet. The commentary fee.
Oh my god!
Really? I was like, my man, please take care of the 1,000 other things that are more important. Please don't think about that. But
Jesus Christ!
Please don't think about that.
More important things to deal with.
Oh my god! I was like mad that he mentioned it, to be honest. But anyway, I hope things are going better down there. It sounds like for some people things are starting to get better.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of terrible things. And what is it, the mayor? Well, who's the what's the official title? She's just been running around and like diving in the waters.
Oh yeah, the mayor of San Juan,
the
city
mayor.
that we were in.
Yeah, so shout outs to them and to everybody who is trying to do something down there, to help them.
For sure. But yeah, dude, take your time. We'll be fine.
Yeah, paying us. Jeez. Dude.
Yeah, but he's a very good guy. And he's very business-like when it comes to, he wants to get things taken care of. I get it. But you got a lot more stuff to take care of first.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's talk about fighting games. What do you think about that?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's talk about fun, cool things like Spidey Infinites.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this Spider-Man Infinite in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Yeah. Okay. Look, I'll start off this whole thing, and again, everyone's going to be telling me that I'm a shill or whatever like that. But I said months before the game came out, I was like, if we don't find anything broken in Marvel, it's not a Marvel game. And I said, when we find the first broken thing in the game, don't freak out.
But
I said, when we find the first broken thing, do not freak out because it is a Marvel game. It's like I said, MVC2, we found Air Hyper Viper Beam × 5 in the first day. We found Thanos dash roundhouse into bubble, roundhouse into bubble, roundhouse into bubble, on day 2.
Really? Oh, wow.
Yeah, there is infinites all over the place in every game, and even in X-Men vs. Street Fighter, there were infinite combos in there, and then Capcom released an arcade patch at the time.
Did they really?
Yes, to patch out some of the infinites, and they got rid of 3 infinites. And the other 67 still existed.
Oh my god! Yeah, I didn't know about that. That's very stupid.
Yeah, there were older versions where Ryu could do hop kick and chain it into jumping jab. So it was literally hop kick jab, land into hop kick jab, land into hop kick jab, land, and you could just basically loop that. So they got rid of that, and then they got rid of Cyclops' Fierce Infinite, which spiked people to the floor instead. But Wolverine's roundhouse was the same, and he could still pretty much do the exact same Infinite.
I never knew about that.
Yeah, they didn't. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I know of that game as having many, many infinites. I didn't know that they had taken any chance to.
Me and David Dial, who was. So I wrote the X-Men vs. Street Fighter combo fact. He wrote the X-Men vs. Street Fighter Infinite fact.
Okay.
And he basically had the best point of view of X-Men vs. Street Fighter, is that he considered that to be Capcom's best puzzle game, because all it was trying to find the infinites for every character. And I think only one character didn't have a good infinite. It was Bison or something. But
really?
I think people eventually found one anyway or something. So
that's funny. That's a funny way to do it.
Yeah.
Or a funny way to view it.
Yeah.
Well, so the way that it works in Marvel Infinite's Infinite is that you throw out the Reality Stone, and then you throw out the Web Ball. And basically, Web Ball traps them. I guess it's the opposite. Web Ball traps them, And then Reality Stone comes, and then Web Ball hits them again, and they're trapped again, and it's that just looping, looping.
The way that they tried to kill the infinites was that if you Web Ball a Web Balled person, that they flip out. There's a different reaction. They don't get webbed again. And they were like, you know what? The Web Ball has such a stupid, slow startup. It's like, Web Ball!
Yeah, it's very slow.
So, like, to them, there was probably no way to ever knock them out of the web into a web ball.
Right.
But they forgot to take into account the Reality Stone. And let me relate to... So, one of my greatest FGC friends is Derek Daniels, right? Omni, who works at Sony and works on games and stuff like that. We met through the X-Men versus Street Fighter combo fac and through like Marvel superheroes because we were all obsessed with combos.
Okay,
right?
all right.
So keep that in mind. Like we are from this background of these versus game infinites and doing all these crazy things.
Sick.
I met Derek this past weekend. We were hanging out, and I was like, oh, they found a brand new Infinite in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. And he was like, oh, really? And I was like, yeah, it involves Spider-Man's web ball. And he was like, it always involves Spider-Man's web ball. It just made me laugh because he's right.
Capture states,
the web ball never has... They've never been able to figure out how to make that thing work properly.
And this is not the only game where capture states lead to crazy stuff. Mm-hmm. I mean, in NRS games, capture states have led to like semi-infinites / on inescapable resets. You know, I mean, that's...
Or even the weird one where you could like net them with a punch and then punch net them or something like that.
Yeah, you can trick the combo counter. There's always issues with capture states. So finally, we found it, and it took like a week and a half, 2 weeks, I guess.
It's just long. I'm surprised it took that long to find an infinite in this game. Because even Mike Zia said it too. He's like, when he first designed Skullgirls, he wrote this big article about how every fighting game that has tried to circumvent infinites has failed. And literally he just went through like game by game, like this is how they failed. And so he was writing it because he was saying in Skullgirls he was going to do his best to prevent infinites, which so far he has. So...
Yeah, man, it's it I guess it did take a while, really, when you think about it. A couple of weeks of people experimenting. There was the thing that Mike Z found, which was the Ghost Rider Infinite, but that was already, I guess, gone in the PC version by the time
it was the first patch.
In the first patch, right? Because that was pre-release. That's true. So the first patch already got rid of that. So that one took a little while. Anyway, we know what the Infinite is. What are your thoughts about this Infinite? What do you think?
It's interesting because it's like some people are like, hey, look, I found a way to set it up with my Spidey team. And I was like, dude, find me a team that can't set it up with your team, and then I'll be impressed because it's too easy to land. It's too easy to land. The tag system is just going to make it so that your character has a way to set it up. Like I just think that's just the rule.
You're right.
Right? So, as a result, because of that and the fact that it's slow and it's stupid, like, I don't like it. Like,
okay. All right.
I know, like, fighting game community has rocked infinites before in the past, right?
We have allowed infinites many times.
Like, let's talk about the TAC Infinite. I argued that it shouldn't be banned. Right?
Okay.
Because it was, one, you had the chance to escape.
There was always a mix-up of the TAC beforehand.
Right. And then, two, it would only kill one character.
Only a third of your team.
Right, instead of half of your team.
Right.
Right? So, I didn't feel like it was... I didn't feel like it was worth banning until we really saw... And I wasn't sure how easy it was to do. You know?
Yeah, many of the first ones that came out were hard to do.
Yeah. The Spider-Man Infinite, although I will honestly say I've tried it, it's not as easy as it looks.
Okay.
That you really need like a magic distance.
Right, sure.
You need the perfect distance because if you don't, any delay, the hit-stun deterioration will get them to fall out.
Right.
So it's actually a little bit harder than I think people give it credit for, which is the only reason why I might think we could let it rock.
Okay.
But someone was trying to argue to me that wobbling was the same as the Spider-Man Infinite.
Silly.
And if you get good at this Spider-Man Infinite, I can guarantee... I basically said, I'm like, even with wobbling, in a top 8 melee, you will never see wobbling except like once. If there's an ice climber in top 8. I was like, with this Spider-Man Infinite, you're going to see a top 8 full of Spider-Man Infinites.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's not like wobbling. Wobbling takes off 25% health, right? If you kind of think about how the stocks work.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's not a half of your life, which is a character in Marvel Infinite. It doesn't take as long. Like, it's not as obnoxious for you. It's not the same thing at all. I don't think it's a good comparison.
And if you had the ability to punch the enemy, knock out the gem, and punch the gem and break the gem, maybe we could talk about this, right? Because you could kill Nana, and then Popo was helpless.
Oh, I see what you mean. You know? Yeah, sure. Well, I guess that if you take out Spider-Man or his teammate, you're probably going to make it... Again, not the same thing. It's really not the same thing. So I don't think that's a good analogy. Well, if you don't like it, would you ban it?
I probably would.
You would?
Yeah, because one of the news items that we have here is that Capcom is aware of it. They're looking into solutions for it, right? And so it's not going to stay anyway, so let's get rid of it. You know, let's just not play with it, because it's not going to be a long-term strategy. Why ruin a couple of tournaments, you know, for the sake of, hey, we're FGC, we don't ban infinites, you know what I mean, when it's obviously going to be patched out.
I mean, it's not true that we never ban infinites.
Yeah, we have banned.
Sure, we've
banned
non-banned infinites.
Yeah, like, for example, the Dead Body Infinite in Marvel 2 was banned almost immediately. If people don't know what the Dead Body Infinite is that if you killed the opponent, there was a way to juggle it forever. Basically, like when it goes, and they land on the ground, you could dash low short, dash low short, dash low short, dash. You could do this until the time ran out.
Yeah, just a timer scam.
If you really felt like it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if that hadn't been banned, then that's what people would have done. You would have gotten a character kill and then just do that, and that was the end of the game.
Right.
I think it was Cross Tekken, if I recall correctly, that it was an infinite, and we just said no more than 3 loops. It's like easily enough.
Yeah.
Like it's not like an accidental thing. Like you are doing the infinite, especially the Spidey infinite. That takes so long. Like you're clearly doing it. It's easy enough to say only a few reps. So you would ban it.
I would ban it. Yeah, I would ban it. What about you? What about you? I know. Like I'm all for the interest of like making the games more interesting and more interesting to the players. I know you're a lot more hardcore than that.
That's true. Well, I don't know. Am I more hardcore than you? I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure that's true. I'm not sure that's true. But in any case, I don't like it. I would... Here's my rationale. If this were 10 years ago and there were 50 people in tournament and nobody else watched, then I would probably say let's keep it. That's fine. It doesn't matter that much. Because that's sort of like how I approach games, and I think how the FGC has in general. Whatever, it's in there, let it happen, no big deal. We get used to things, right? But I think we have to do things differently in this era. It's an era of viewership, and we have to adapt. It'd be, I think, silly and self-defeating to not adapt. I don't want to like give up all of our core. Do we
personality?
Have, personality. I don't know if we have like an ideology, but yeah, we have certainly a personality. And I don't think we are doing that, by the way. But I am okay with changing things like whether we ban infinites, things that like I'm not super. It's not like a core part of my being or a core part of that just being. I'm okay with changing that for the sake of viewership, essentially.
Yeah, it's interesting because I even
pretty much what it is. I mean, it's so boring to watch. It takes so long. That's really my problem with it. Like that's like people will stop watching. I think that's a reasonable reason to ban. What are you doing? Are you playing stuff?
No, I'm not trying to do. I'm just trying to like.
But that's really it. Otherwise, I don't.
That's my background right there today.
Oh, sick! Yeah. Very nice. By the way, I noticed after watching a lot that there are 3 or maybe 4 web ball animations.
Oh, really?
Yes, like the actual like pulsating mass of webs once it actually hits the guy. There are 3 or 4. I couldn't quite tell. It was like kind of hard to notice for me.
Okay.
But yeah, there are a few, and you could see it slowly pulsate right before the reality stone then hits. Because it's like starting to move, and then go reality stone. And
I mean, look, I still remember when CVS2 first discovered role canceling. And there was a big discussion, and everyone wanted to ban it.
Yeah.
Like, everyone universally wanted to ban it. Ironically, it made it a better game, right? We didn't know at the time.
Right.
But the reason why we wanted to ban it is because it was just stupid. You made everything an uppercut, only if you were good at one frame plinking kind of thing, right? So everyone's like, this is dumb. The only reason why it wasn't banned is because it was impossible to ban.
Yeah, you wouldn't know if somebody even accidentally did it.
Right. Like, if you jumped at Bison and you did Psycho Crusher and it hit the guy out of the air, the guy would be like, you roll cancel, and the guy like, I did it. Maybe the jumping guy just hit it too late, and there was literally no way to be able to ban. With this, it's kind of obvious.
It's very obvious.
It's a little obvious.
There's no doubt about it.
It's a little obvious.
And I think that another difference between this and TAC Infinites in Marvel 3 are that although most TAC Infinites, some TAC Infinites are very long and very boring, all right? For sure. Yeah, definitely zips. That takes.
Actually, I don't even think that was a TAC.
It's not.
You
It's
can
not.
just
But
do it anywhere. Yeah.
it
Dante's took
particular
forever.
setup. Yeah, Dante's does. Chun's takes forever, and we've seen that with Ryan Ali. Like he takes forever. But most of them don't take forever, right? Most of them are like reasonably fast. Like there's like the character's actually moving around. It's not boring looking. It's not just like. So I really think that for me, the reason to ban it is viewership. That's it. As a player, I'm not more upset about getting infinited than I am about losing a character from a combo. Like that's not more obnoxious to me. It's like from a player perspective, I feel like it's not that dissimilar. But from a viewership perspective, it's a big old bear. It sucks.
Especially with a game that's sold as poorly as it is already and has as many people against it already. Like, why add this into it just to give people even more reason to like hate on it when especially it's going to get patched out anyway?
Almost certainly going to get patched out. You know, I think there are a couple of different ways to view that. You would say it's going to get patched out. Let's just get rid of it anyway because it's going to be patched out. So let's just jump the gun a little bit. Some people say that we should leave it up to Capcom to do what they want to with their game, and until they do, or unless they do, we should just play the game as it currently is. I think that's like the opposite view. Like both same reasoning. Capcom's going to change it, so until they do, like let's just
well, if they're going to change it, we'll just wait till then to stop doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that's true. That's true.
I don't know.
It's interesting.
I'm not very persuaded by that, but I'm also not. I mean, I don't think that this is the same as should we ban giants or not, or like should like X strong character be banned or whatever. I don't think that's the same thing at all. Or as you said, the role canceling, all different stuff.
Right.
So I think it's easily enough gotten rid of, and probably nobody would miss it.
Well, here's my question: how would you fix it? If
How would
you
I
were
fix
Capcom,
the game?
how would you fix this infinite?
I mean, you could just do the NRS thing and say if you do a second get over here in a combo, they just fall out. They just they're on the ground.
Because I mean, there are legitimate web ball combos that you can put them into web ball like 3 times, like legit combos. And so if the second web ball knocks him out, it'd be kind of a shame.
Hey, maybe the fourth one knocks him out. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't need to be the second one, but whatever. It's
my suggested fix was just because they already have it. Per character, they have their own wall bounce limit. They have their own ground bounce limit, right? So per character,
that varies by character.
Yeah. So basically, if you use a ground bounce and then you tag, the other guy gets a ground bounce.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like Spider-Man can do more ground bounces.
Oh no. Yeah. So each character has their own ground. Although the OTG is a universal mechanic, but the ground bounce is not, right? And so because of that, I just said if specifically one character, lands 2 reality surges in one combo, they flip out like the Power Stone. Because Power Stone does the same thing. If you Power Stone them and Power Stone them again, they flip out and do the undizzy animation. And why not? I mean, people are going to go reality switch reality and then 2 hit, right? And if it leads into a combo, you start going into it. Who's going to put a reality gem at the end of their combo, which is punishable on hit anyway? You know what I mean? Like, nobody's going to put 2 reality surges in a combo with one character. Like, if you do, you deserve to have them flip out because you're an idiot, because that's like the worst thing you could possibly do with your combo. Because it gives you absolutely nothing except your negative on hit. Like, I just don't understand why you would ever want to do that.
Yeah, I guess that's probably a better fix than to the web ball itself.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because literally, I think that changes nothing about the way the game is played. Because no one's going to hit a reality gem, come in, pow, 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 reality surge. Like,
Right.
what are you doing?
For sure.
So,
yeah, that makes sense. But, they'll get rid of it. I mean, we already knew that they would keep their eye on things. And if anything too wild popped up, that they would patch things. So that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are talking about a bunch of things like how Dante seems like really, really good and he's broken. But I don't know if people saw the video, but while you block his $1 million, right? If you block the $1 million, he goes shoot, 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 turns, shoot, 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 shoot. So one of the systems that people are not taking advantage of enough, that because I've been researching this game a lot, is that all projectile push block stun is like a fraction of a second. Like, here's normal projectile block stun, and if you push block it, it's this long.
Right.
That's why you can get out of Dormammu vibes.
Right.
Right? Because it's block, 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 block. If you push block right when you block, then your push block stun is shorter, so you have a gap to jump out, right? Okay. Someone actually showed a video that you can push block the last hit of the initial flurry of gunshots, and when he turns around, you can actually do stuff in between. Like some guy tagged, like was just like push blocking and mashing tag, and it would boom and the tag would come in, and then he would just like use easy super to bust out a level 3 and it would just blow up Dante in the middle of the gunshots. Like, there are things that people haven't figured out in this game yet, and like Gamora lockdowns when she like does the gun. Like, I found this gun loop and I was losing to training mode. Like, I programmed Gamora to do this gun loop and I was just dying because I was like, I don't know how to stop this gun loop. And then I remembered that push block really shortened the project, because like at first I was blocking, I was like, this is a true block string infinite, right? So how do I get out of this? Oh, I have to push block just this one bullet so it reflects the shot. But actually, if you reflect any of the gunshots, you can just super jump right out of there. You know, like, I tested it was a block string and then I didn't think about it, and then when I push block I was like, wait a minute, the block's not so short. It was like push block jump, like instantaneously. So there's going to be a lot more things about this game we're going to discover. I don't think like Gamora, because you can't push her away because you can't push block projectiles. Yeah. That's how it works. And her jumping short, her standing short, all those stuff is projectiles, so when you push block, she doesn't go anywhere. But as a result, then it's super short, so now you can escape easier. So someone I think it was Al Yoon told me that if Captain America ever shield slashes in your face, you just push block and kill him. Which makes me really sad.
Okay, yeah. So, I guess probably the same with Nemesis Rocket, which I've been using to keep myself safe a lot. But okay, that makes sense. Yeah, dude. Obviously, the game is gonna change a lot. You know, every game does. It's every single game ever. Right. So I'm sure that Marvel Infinite will be the same. When Gamora starts jumping around, all I do is that floor circle forward punch with a Nemesis. Oh yeah, armor. Just coming in like that. I thought you would just invincible. Call Lariat, dude. Well, if she's closer in, then yeah, for sure. Lariat does hurt me, so I don't want to do that all the time. But because there are definitely some games where Hagar basically dies because you Lariat. I'm just spinning constantly, and I realized, that's not actually a great idea. Oh man, that's awesome. Yeah, of course the game is going to change a lot, even without patches. Right. So I'd be in favor of banning this. It sounds like for Canada Cup, it's not going to be banned, barring some different word from Capcom. Right. That's what Lapchi said, the organizer there. Or if they patch it by then, obviously moot point. Yeah. But
honestly, though, I'm wary of Capcom coming in and going, you know what, ban this Infinite. Because I feel like that gives them too much power over the tournaments and stuff like that. I don't want to have that kind of situation. I don't want them... Like, I know we'll probably talk about this later on, but there was the TFC situation that happened with Smooth Viper, you know, and like, you know, some people reached out to Capcom, and Capcom's like, we'll look into this, but that's dangerous too. Like, I don't know if Capcom should have anything to do with it. Like, I think that it should just be a matter of the TOs, unless it's like specifically like some crazy CPT points disparity.
Well, that is a battle for the stone.
TFC was not.
No. I mean, I'm sorry, Canada Cup.
Canada Cup is, yeah. Okay, that's true. So I guess they could do something.
I think for that. But I think otherwise, I agree with you. I want to have, like, federalism of tournaments. Yeah. You know?
Again, this just goes back to our conversations long ago, just about not being worried about governing bodies.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody likes a governing body. Yeah! funny with respect to the conversation we had at the start.
I know, right?
Anyway, yeah. Angelic said that he, if it's not banned, will show up with his Firebrand Spidey team and just do it constantly, and I totally believe him.
Yeah.
And I think other people probably would too. I will tell you this. I felt in fact, I think last show we're talking about how Spider-Man is, nobody's playing him.
But then everybody...
Now everybody, I go online and I'm terrible, so I'm at like the worst ranking. But everybody's playing Spider-Man even still.
Dude, you know what the thing that made me mad was? Like, everyone was like... I mean, from the tournaments, nobody was using Spider-Man. So I was like, I'm going to go on ranked and play. And like the first 5 teams I ran into all had Spider-Man. So I had Spider-Man mirrors going everywhere. And I was like, what the hell? I thought I was picking like the rare character. But it turns out everyone's using this character even before the Infinite was found now. Because I just have a cool reset. Like, I have a sickle reset.
Okay.
And I'm so proud of this reset. But, like, I just... Because I can kill a character off of 2 bars, 1 reset. Right? It's just...
Pretty cool.
And the funny thing is, it involves the web ball.
Of course.
You know, catching people with the web ball. But, like...
Well, I'm mad that everybody's playing Nemesis also.
Yeah.
In fact, I played, like, 3 Spider-Man Nemesis teams this morning.
Really?
Yes. Nemesis Spider-Man.
So, in other words, they're jacking both of our characters.
Yeah. Well, they both seem like good characters.
Dude, I did want to be a special snowflake with Spider-Man.
Dude, I picked Nemesis Agar thinking nobody else would play it. I was apparently wrong.
I mean, to be fair, the nice thing about this game is that all the characters are really, really cool. And they all feel viable, except for Ryu. Maybe Chris. But Ryu, like, I messed with Ryu, and I was just like...
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem great, but we'll see.
The only thing that he has is the fact that his level 3, when he's about to die, will kill you. So I feel like Ryu is made for the Soul Stone. So basically, he dies, bring him back to life, he hits somebody.
Does it do more damage if he's low on life?
Yeah, that's when he goes. That's when he suppresses the Hadou. Otherwise, he goes Shin Shoryuken. If he's almost dead, he goes boom, ha, and then he goes the uppercut.
Right.
And that's why Olaf is so far with Ryu Power Stone, no assist, has been able to break 10k in damage just because of that super.
Interesting.
So, yeah.
That's a funny face. Well, anything else to say about Marvel Infinite's Infinite?
If it's allowed at Canada Cup, let's see a top 8 full. Like, if it's gonna be in there, I want it to be the worst thing humanly imaginable.
Yeah, I kind of like if it's legal, I would like to see it.
But also, I bet
but not that many times.
I bet you people are going to drop it more often than you think. Because, like I said, when I tried it, it strangely wasn't as easily brain dead as I thought it would be. So we'll see. Maybe I just didn't practice it enough. I literally tried for like 15 minutes, and I was like, whatever, this is boring. Let's move on. So, okay. Well, do you want to take a break? When we come back, we'll start talking about tournament results, including the Dueling Dragons and TFC and all that other stuff.
A lot of stuff to talk about. Basically, every continent had something.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Be right back, guys. Split.
Ah, yes. Hello and welcome back. Let's talk about tournament results. There were a bunch.
Yes, there was a lot of good stuff big things going on this week.
I watched a lot of it.
Did you? Yeah.
I did. Wait, did I? I watched some of it. It was Yom Kippur, so I didn't watch all of it.
There were some nights that I was like, I'm going to go to sleep early today. And then at like 7:30 when this tournament ended, I was like, okay, I think I'm going to go to sleep now.
7:30
a.m.
Man.
Dude, the worst thing about it, I was watching Dueling Dragons top 8, and it got to grand finals, and I fell asleep. So I was up the whole time, and I didn't even see the grand finals.
Wow. You missed the payoff at the end.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah.
Well, you want to talk about the results for that?
Yes. So the Dueling Dragons was a premier event that took place in China. Actually, let me see if I can... Let's see if I can bust out the results again on the screen. I haven't done this in a while. I don't even know if this is going to break anything or if this is all going to live here. We haven't used this view in a while. Not quite. Here. There we go. But where's us? Why are we gone? Oh, because I switched the capture device, so we do not exist in this view right now. All right, screw it. I'll fix it for next time. I forgot. All right.
What do you got for Street Fighter 5?
Well, Street Fighter 5, I'm not mistaken, it was the only thing at this event. This took place in China. This was a premier event. So the winner of this gets a smack dab of points.
Indeed.
And lots of good players here. Again, tied for 13th. MOV, Oil King, who just won a ranking event, I believe, recently. Bonchan and Goichi were all in 13th. In 9th place were Momochi, who just won an event. Xiaohai was at 9th. He lost a Kami mirror very badly to Verloren, I believe. I think Verloren blew him up. Mago, who got 2nd place at a recent event, 9th place. And then Cyclops Dogra, 9th place.
Yeah, he did.
So top 8, part of the Kami Collective, man. I said this at...
You have been saying this.
SoCal Regionals. Kami Collective... And it's mostly through Verloren and NL. But like I said, like a lot of the East Coast tournaments, Dan Slip's been making in there, K-Brad's always in there, Xiaohai is always... There's this Kami Collective out there. And Punk, right. 7th place, NL with Kami, as well as Grab Taitani with Nakali. 5th place, G Fuel Verloren with Kami. And SZ Hori Sako with Akuma. 4th place, Sonos Moke. I almost called it... Well, actually, it's Pono Smoke. I almost called it Pono Smoke.
Pono Smoke!
Pono Smoke with Rashid. 3rd place, Gachikun, also with Rashid. 2nd place, Graf Fudo with Armika. 1st place, it's 2 premieres in a row for him. Udil, Yukadon, Ibuki.
Yep.
And he has even more crazy Ibuki mix-ups now. Did you see the new one that he did?
No.
Like, he, knocked him down and, he planted the bomb on them and would whiff an uppercut and the bomb would explode and you couldn't see yourself and you would only see Ibuki above the smoke doing this and then she would land and he could pick which side he was on.
Really?
Yeah, so he could dead body float over the crouching character with the uppercut and land on the other side. So when he first did it, you could hear Majin Obama and Jiuna going did he do that on purpose? That was sick. Then he did it again and ended up on the other side and they're like, he did it again. That was 100% a setup.
I gotta see that.
Dude, it's dirty. Because literally you just see an explosion and Ibuki going, yeah, and that's it. And you're like, I don't know now.
How does he get to the other side? Is it strength of DP?
I don't know. It could be timing. Who knows?
Yeah.
They were both light DPs.
Oh,
maybe because it's hard to tell with Ibuki's uppercut, but it was really, really good.
Interesting. Okay. Well, anyway, Yukadon seems like he's on a roll right now. That's pretty cool.
I mean, he's basically showing the strength of Ibuki if Cien hadn't already been doing that.
Yeah, it's weird. Doesn't seem like she is as frequently used at high level. Obviously, there are some big players using her, but not a ton. You're talking about how many Kamis there are. There are multiple Rashids up there.
Yeah.
There was the tournament with 4 Rashids in top 8 not long ago. But Ibuki doesn't really seem that way.
Right. Yeah. Right now, it seems like everybody talking about. And it's interesting because this is not how the season started once again, but Ibuki and Rashid seem like the number 1 and 2 characters for sure, right? And I mean, that's what you said early on, so I mean, props to you. I'm not far behind. I always said Cammy was number 1, and she's right here, so
right
I'm not that far behind. It's just that Cammy is never going to end up at a point where you're like, oh, I figured her out. You know what I mean? She's always going to be solid.
Song.
Yeah, it's just because she just plays Street Fighter the game better than anybody else.
She does play Street Fighter.
Right? And she's played Street Fighter 5 the game better than anyone else. And so, I just don't think she'll ever be bad. But, it's interesting because I think there was an interview with Koichi or someone who was talking about why they think that Laura's not popular in Japan or something like that. I forgot.
I didn't see that.
I didn't get a chance to read it, so, yeah.
Well, I was asleep for basically all of this, but good thoughts on your part? It was good?
Yes. I did watch a lot of this. I mean, it's the hardest part about it, honestly, is just Fudo. I wanted Fudo to win so badly. I wanted Fudo to win.
He's so good and has been so good for so long.
I mean, someone put in the chat, who would win between all these common second-place finishers, and right now, I think it's just Fudo. Because Fudo hasn't won yet. He's gotten second place at everything. I don't think he's won a single event this year. Not at least a big one.
Yeah,
right?
you might be right.
like if you go and check his records on what is it? Where are you going?
So the old rank.
Shoryuken. Yeah, so rank Shoryuken, probably also FGCBattles.com.
Yep.
As well, we'll have that. What do you got?
He got first at Rage Volume 4.
Okay.
And yeah, a few of those. Topangoli, he got in his section of it.
How many second places does he have?
He got first at
since the start of this year.
Second place is alright. Let's see what we got.
Since the start of this year.
Start of this year, 2017. I am seeing. All right, so third place, first place, Topangoli Group C. Third place, second place, third place, first place, Rage. Third place, first place, Rage. Ninth place, 65th place. That was Evo. Second place, seventh place, second place, seventh place, second place. He basically is always in the top 8. Yeah. There are 2 examples of him not being in top 8. Yes, precisely 2. That's it. That's wild.
That's crazy, dude.
He's made top 8 at everything with the exception of Evo, and right before that was Capcom Pro Tour Online, so who knows what happened online. But if it's an offline event, only once in this whole year has he not made top 8.
And most of them were second and third places.
Yeah.
Most of them were second and third places. Man.
Dang.
That guy, yeah, he is not... I want him to win an event. It would be so funny if he wins Capcom Cup, because it's just like...
Why not?
And then finally breaks through, man, so... Oh, man. Okay, well, also this week... unless you have anything else to say.
Please.
Also this weekend was the Milan regional... The Milan Capcom Pro Tour Europe Regional Finals.
Yep.
So this was basically the culmination of all the European events, the ranking events, and everything like that. So whoever wins this...
For Street Fighter.
Yeah, for Street Fighter. And the winner of that, let's get to that. But first, we must add suspense by going backwards. 7th place is Nasser Big Bird with Ken.
Oh boy.
And Method Pax with Karin. And then 5th place was Ras with Balrog.
Okay.
I haven't heard of Ras
Me neither.
before. Epsilon Takamura with Ken also in 5th place. 4th place, MD Mr. Crimson with Dalsum, Balrog, and Laura. That is a weird set of characters.
That makes total sense to me. I love that team.
Yeah. Okay. 3rd place, Method RB, Luffy with Armika. 2nd place, BX3 Phenom with Nakali. And 1st place, again, Mouse Problem X with M. Bison. Now, there's a character that I have been saying that I feel like is completely underrated.
That's true. You have been saying that.
Yeah, I think Bison is super underrated. And, well, Problem X seems like he is doing a job with that right now. Because he's won, like, 4 tournaments in a row now.
4 in a row.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But shout outs to Problem X.
Yeah,
man.
he's figured something out. And in watching him, there are both games when he just controls everything with Bison, right? He's just like, he's got the footsies and he's just like at a certain spot and he's just controlling. His anti-airs aren't on point with character. It's not easy to do it with. And then there are some games where he is way down in life and he needs to make a crazy Shin Bison comeback, and he does. So it's both of those. It's not like he's just depending on V-Trigger.
Right? Yeah.
He also has the solid control, but also V-Trigger. Like, he's got both sides of the coin, which is very strong.
Yeah. And just as a side note, Epsilon Takamura, who got 5th place with Ken, was also the winner of the last chance qualifiers there. He beat out White Black, Jones Arcade, Old Bridge Sean, Jotaro, Tyson, Mr. Nobody, and CCL, for example.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, no, that was a good one. I saw some footage of it. I know Luffy was unhappy to get 3rd place again because he's been not winning as much as he wants to.
Right.
But getting a lot of like 2nd and 3rd places. So
is this the Mika problem?
Oh man, I don't know.
Is this the Mika problem? Is that she only she can't get 1st place? Or something?
You need to have Guile pairing up and like Knuckle Dude does.
Oh,
I don't know.
Man.
I don't know.
Crazy.
But yeah, Problem X definitely seems like he's the best in Europe. It doesn't seem like it's only the best in Europe to me. I feel like he really has to be in that conversation for who's best in the world right now, because you don't dominate a region like that and not be one of the best in the world.
Luffy was doing that for a long time around that time that he won Evo. Right. He was winning every tournament, if you remember. Like, nobody could beat him. And it was him and,
What happened?
The Chun-Li player whose name began with a V. This is just proof that I suck
I'm sorry,
at V names.
I gotta admit I was not listening.
Remember, there was the one point in time where all Europe tournaments were dominated by Luffy and the Chun-Li player.
Valmaster?
Valmaster, thank you. God. So terrible. I couldn't
SF4.
remember Aqua Silk before, and now
Dang.
I couldn't remember Valmaster. Ugh, Jesus. This is my brain. Apologies to Valmaster. It's not you, trust me. It's just my old man brain.
Because it's not like Problem X has only won with Europeans there. Like he won EGX, which was second place. Gachikun, Takamura. MOV was in there. Mago was there. Jiwa was in there. It's not just Europe. Goichi was actually in there, although quite far down. Mm-hmm. And in Celtic Throwdown, there was Infiltration, who he got 7th place, and Problem X won it.
Yep.
So again, it's not just when Europeans are there. So I feel like he's up in that upper echelon. Upper echelon. Nice work to him.
I can't wait to see how. I mean, I think he's got to be guaranteed. Since he won this event, he's all but guaranteed to be in the rankings, right? So I believe the winner of the regions are guaranteed to make it in no matter what. So. Okay, also, I wanted to talk about this later on because we usually save this for later on, but might as well talk about it now, which is that after Southern California Regionals, Richard Nguyen, who got 4th place there after his epic match with Filipino champ, was immediately picked up by Rise. So Team Rise, which sponsors Marn, Mena RD, as well as Smug, picked up Richard Nguyen as their first official pure Marvel player, right? Because Marn obviously plays both. But they sponsored him right away and sent him to Milan. And I don't think Richard's ever left the country before or something like that. Or maybe he has, I don't know. But he was, I remember seeing his Twitter, he was just like, this is crazy, I'm in Italy now.
Yeah, not for a tournament. Well, because keep in mind, it's not like he had planned to go to Italy. It was like he got 4th place at a tournament, and then 5 days later, he was in Italy. Like, wow, what a crazy, just super fast whirlwind that must have been. Mm-hmm.
So. But, I mean, how exciting. I love pasta. I want to go to Italy.
Sure do.
I've never been to Italy, so I'm so sad that, I was just like, I'm so jealous. But
they don't all eat pasta.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But you know what? Everyone says that if you eat pasta there, you'll never be able to eat pasta in America again. But I don't think it's true because they're very different from each other in a weird way, right?
There's good pasta here, too. Come on.
Okay. But 7th place in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, this was a battle for a stone. Right?
Yes.
Which is crazy because it was like single elimination until
it was the dumbest rules ever.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know what.
Horrible.
I'm surprised they were able to stray so far from like a standard tournament format for this. But 7th place was Ken-O with Ultron Dormammu and Soul, and Zanfox with Team Unlisted. 5th place was Vlaferis. Shoutouts to Vlaferis.
Yeah, I've seen you on the internet.
Yeah, Morrigan Strider Hear You with Time. I met him at EVO. We talked a lot on Twitter because he was a big Felicia fan in Marvel 3. So the two of us kept trading Felicia tech. 5th place was Excali Bebop with Nova, Ultron, and Reality. 4th place was Clutch Clements with Gamora, Dante, Soul. 3rd place, CDV White Black with Dante, Strider, Hear You with Soul and Reality. 2nd place, Aliun Sensei. Hey, check him out. He made it out there with Dante, Dormammu, and Reality. And using that same team, 1st place, rises Richard Nguyen Richard Nguyen. Nguyen with Dormammu, Dante, and Soul Gem.
Yeah, so apparently it was changed to be double elimination right before the tournament.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, good.
That is nice
to
hear.
Good.
Nice to hear, because wow, that was a stupid idea. So.
Yes.
But yeah, man, Richard was looking good. Looking good out there.
Yeah, I mean, he bodied pretty much everybody out there, and he won himself the Soul Stone. And the Soul Stone grants you the power in a 3 out of 5 match that if you lose 3 games, you can resurrect yourself and come back in. That one, I think everyone kind of guessed.
Yeah, there had to be one that was that way, and Soul was the likely one.
The funniest thing is that everyone was talking, like, I've seen people talk about how broken that is, and how, oh my god, that's so cheap, or whatever. I was just, it's like one person who's going to be able to do it once.
Yeah, and also, do they need to announce it beforehand when that set starts?
I don't think so.
I don't know. Maybe not, but that's unclear so far.
Oh, true. That's true. Okay.
We need a little bit more clarity.
Yeah. But, I mean...
Yeah, I definitely think space is better.
To be able to swap to somebody else?
Yeah. So space lets you change positions with somebody else in the bracket, in the same, like, side of the bracket, obviously. Not side. You can't go from losers to winners. Right. And you can't go from, like, winners quarters to winners semis all of a sudden. It's got to be But I definitely think that's stronger. Because if you think that there's somebody who you can blow up, you know, you don't have to trust the luck of the brackets.
Dude, if you're about to run into F-Champ and you think having the Soul Stone to resurrect one loss to go up against him rather than just going away from him.
Right. I'm totally with you. I definitely think it's better to go
I mean, that's like you got 3 free wins and got rid of F-Champ and let someone else deal with him. So, yeah, I don't know. I think the space one is better right now.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Yeah, I maybe we didn't make it clear, but you only get to erase a single loss within the set. It's not a complete run back, of course. Yeah.
But I mean, the power of it, I think, really is that if you don't have to declare it at the beginning, that you can just play and then lose and just be like, no, you know what? I think I can do this.
That definitely is stronger.
Because there is obviously the situation where, let's say, you lose to someone 0-3. Like, do you really want to use the gem in that situation?
Right.
Yeah, you're not gonna. You're just
if
gonna
it's,
be.
If it's in winner's side.
Yeah. If obviously in loser side you would. Yeah, but if you're in winner's side and you're going to get sent to losers, it's like, this is dumb. Like,
I'm with you. I'm with you. Okay.
Okay, well, those are the only events at Milan. But good stuff to Alio and I'm glad he's out there. You know, he's always the guy with crazy tech, and we never see him. He's the original leader of Team Na, I believe it was. So
yeah, he actually didn't come up with it, but we all in the old Pound Capcom basically anointed him.
The commander.
I guess I didn't do
commander
it. Yeah, other people did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, here, let's move. I've already moved on to some other events, so let's go ahead and change the highlights. All right. So let's talk about Northwest Majors, which took place in Seattle this year. Ranking event for Street Fighter.
Correct.
Really sad. I mean, I could have went this year, but we've been traveling a lot, and I have never gone to a Northwest Majors, and I really want to go one of these years.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, not going to happen this year, but we'll see what happens next year. So, again, this is a long-time running tournament. They run a lot of different games there. Yeah. 7th place for Street Fighter V, as I mentioned, a ranking event. And again, I mean, look, I'm just going to go through a few people. 13th place was LPN Danny Pham. Kami was there. 9th place was 801 Strider. JB, who just got 2nd place. PR Rog, Chris G. They were all 9th place.
Pretty good list.
Yeah. So 7th place was West Coast Please with Birdie.
That was very cool.
Yeah, he was the local guy who made it in, kind of like Commander Jesse.
Although I believe he's from Portland. I think that's what they said on stream.
Okay.
So, Northwest.
Yeah. But, I mean, dude, this is making a really strong case of just how strong Birdie is with Mena RD. Dude, I mean, see, this is the thing. It's like, I know there's people out there that complain about the balance of Street Fighter V. And we were just talking about Bison and, like, Rashid, Cammy, and Ibuki. We've been talking about how they're so good. That's not Balrog, Urian, or Laura, who are the 3, like, the wind characters, the wind and dine characters, basically. And now Bison and Birdie. Like, I just feel like so many characters are good in this game, except, once again, Ryu.
Yeah, Ryu's probably not great.
Capcom just... what happened to their flagship character, dude? Ryu is just tired. Yeah. He's just tired of fighting, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
7th place, also K-Brad with Cammy and Karin. 5th place, CYG BST Snake Eyes with Akuma and Zangief. Brian F. with Balrog. 4th place, Tempo's Alex Myers with Cammy. Again, Cammy Collective.
Cammy.
So she's
doing the work.
Yeah. 3rd place, Rises Smug with Balrog. 2nd place, Punk. Punk got 2nd place here with Karin, Cammy, and Urian. Doesn't really count, but,
You don't think that counts? His Cammy doesn't count?
I mean, his Cammy is super good, but, I mean, I don't think he was going to bust out Cammy in a pinch, right? So, unless maybe against a Birdie. But first place, Liquid Knuckle Dew with Guile, Armika, and Birdie. So he probably did you. I didn't get to see this.
Oh,
grand
yeah,
finals.
he did.
Yeah. So if he busted out Birdie against Punk, then that would make sense that Punk had a Urian or a Cammy in there.
Go to the match log.
Sure.
I think he started out with Urian, if I recall correctly.
Let's see. Grand finals. Oh, they just don't list it. They just list the characters.
Bummer.
Yeah. Wait, some people are saying Punk won.
Yeah, right? Isn't that what happened? I felt weird about being like, nuh-uh. Because I definitely watched.
They listed it wrong. It's not my fault. Hey,
You're totally right. On Sure You Can, they do list it incorrectly.
Hey, it's not old man James here. I will show you guys.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm pretty sure what happened is that he tried to pick Birdie, that dude tried to pick Birdie, and that Punk beat him anyway.
Okay. See, look, it's not...
No, yeah, it's definitely on there.
I'm just reading the results. This is not the James old man brain. Okay?
You're right. Fake news.
Real text. See, I'm highlighting real text.
Fake news. Anyway, yeah, Punk won it.
Okay, back to the main camera. Okay, also played there was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite as well. And at none of these events have we seen any of this the Reality Stone Spider Ball loops yet, so but I'm sure they'll come up. 7th place was BVYLT Cole with Arthur Dormammu and the Mind. Interesting. And then Hi, I'm Nasty with Captain America Ultron Mind.
Alright, I clearly got to go back and watch this.
I know. Mind users? Well, I mean, they're both in 7th place, though. I mean, you know.
Yeah, well, hey, they made top 8. What are you going to do?
5th place, PG Punk with Dante Ultron and Reality Stone, Reality Gem. Oh my god, it's Andre with Captain Marvel, Chun-Li, and the Reality Stone. 4th place, TSF Peach Cola with Hawkeye, Gamora, and Reality, and she was making Hawkeye look so good. Like, I want to play Hawkeye now because that character looks annoying to try to get in on. 3rd place, EGK Brad with Gamora, Dante, and Soul. 2nd place, Fortress with Nova. He's Fortress. So
yes.
Does he sponsor himself?
I am not sure what happened with that.
Okay, but he was Nova, Dante, and the Soul Gem. And then, 1st place, NY Chris G with Jedha, Iron Man, and Space Gem. I need to watch that as well because I really, really, really need to see that Iron Man. I want to see what his Iron Man does.
Basically did damage.
Is that just what it was?
He opened it up to people with Iron Man a little bit, but I don't think that was like the star of the show.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that. So we talked about banning Spider-Man's Infinite. What do you think about Easy Supers?
I don't see what the problem is.
Yeah, I don't see what the problem is either. I mean, yeah, it lets you access to some things that you can't do without it. But I don't see what the issue is, to be honest with you.
I legit don't understand why there's any issue.
Right. Like, what are people worried about? I don't know.
I'm really not sure. If Nemesis's Invincible Punch Super was the one that was on it, fine, maybe, but it's not. It's the missiles, so...
Right.
I don't understand.
Okay. Tekken 7. 7th place, Ace, no, that's actually his name, Ace, with Lucky Chloe, and Enoji Cam with King. 5th place, Yeet Cade Roberts with Brian. NRG Adanimo with Miguel. 4th place, Silence with Nina. 3rd place, Congo Jack, Gigas, Master Raven. 2nd place, ITS Bravo, Jin, Violet, and Lee. And 1st place, Eddie Boy Mang with Eddie.
Sick.
Okay. And then Injustice 2, interesting here. 7th place, Untitled 6 with Wonder Woman with Wowo. 7th place, DM Nothing Man with Blue Beetle. 5th place, Mosef Black Adam Superman. 5th place, also Lucy with Supergirl. 4th place, TSS Icarus Dr. Fate Cheetah. 3rd place, Trevor the Pastor with Superman Deadshot. 2nd place, EGNY Chris G with Green Out. And 1st place, PG Punk with Black Adam and Deadpool. What's going on here?
I think you mean Dark Shoot?
Dark Shoot?
Dead Kill?
I guess I missed that joke.
It's Deadshot.
Yeah.
It's
What did I say? Did I say
Deadpool.
Deadpool? I said Deadpool. Oops, sorry. My bad.
Dude kill.
Murderface Jones.
Anyway, yeah, good job to Punk. He's been playing Injustice too the whole time.
Uh-huh.
And he's gone to NLBC and done pretty cool things, and he's gotten top 16s at majors so far.
Like legit stacked majors.
9th place at actual big majors, yeah. This is definitely a regional, but
that was old man brain. That for sure was old man brain.
Yeah, it sure was.
But Punk,
I'm happy for him because. So I talked with him about Black Adam. Neither of us thinks that he's like top tier. I think he's obviously a good character. He's not a bad character, of course. But I didn't think he was top 3 before the patch, and I don't think he's top 5 now. And he basically has to have a secondary. Nobody wins with Black Adam solo. Plenty of people win with him as part of the team, but nobody wins with him solo. And I thought that Punk had to do secondary character. So if it's Deadshot, it's
good
cool,
choice.
Man. Makes sense. Makes sense.
It's a good choice. And it's funny because he's doing well in Injustice. Sonic Fox is winning a bunch of Marvel tournaments.
Yeah.
So it's just like these players who are just super talented, super young and super talented, just dominating these games.
Definitely so. And Chris G, who was basically that guy of the previous generation, second place there. I'm happy to see him do that with Green Arrow. He wasn't playing the game for a while. He didn't like how... He thought that Green Arrow wasn't that great still.
Right, yeah.
And then basically, I think... I don't know, I haven't talked to him about this specifically, but I wonder if seeing Illusions do so well with him has made him reconsider that.
I mean, he's
definitely a good player.
asked him about it, like why he wasn't playing much Injustice, because I thought he liked Green Arrow, and I didn't think Green Arrow was bad. And he was just like, all the stuff that I have to deal with in Injustice in 1, like I feel like I'm still dealing with in 2. And he's like, I just don't want to go through it again.
Okay.
So,
but he's got a better character this time.
Yeah. There was also a Super Turbo tournament there. 7th place was Brento Box with Vega and Boxtown Hillary with Chun-Li. 5th place, James Walton, who a.k.a. Red Venom.
Oh, okay.
You know, with Guile and Ryu going all the way up there. Good stuff to him. A Fortez with Ryu and Sagat. 4th place, Zas with Balrog and Chun-Li. Wow, I didn't know he was... I guess I knew he was in Seattle. Okay. Yeah. 3rd place, Kenny V with DJ Guile Ryu. 2nd place, Axel Kelly with Balrog, Guile, and DJ. 1st place, Myung with Vega.
Cool.
Broken ass Vega.
Broken ass Vega. Definitely.
Vega.
Well, that's cool.
Is so dumb.
That was fun to watch. By the way, also I liked Dougish and Ebonic Plague on commentary.
Oh yeah, okay, cool.
Nice job,
yeah,
folks.
I'm gonna watch the Marvel stuff because I need to see the Iron Man. So we'll see.
Apparently Hawketh commentated Injustice, but I haven't watched that yet, so I gotta go back and see that.
Okay. All right.
That's cool though.
The Fall Classic also this weekend in the East Coast for all the East Coast players out there. Tournament that's been going on for a few years. At one point in time, it was one of the first Capcom Cup qualifiers. That's where Chris G got in there for Street Fighter 4 the one year that there was only the one U.S. player in there. This is a tournament that is put on by Larry Shinblanca Dixon and Big E, Eric Big E Small, and they play every single game in the planet, just like all the other tournaments that they run. So, as not to drag on the results too much, 7th place in Tekken was Taiman and Nashi, both with Fang. 5th place, XL Spirojin with Eddie and Paul. BXA Knock with Eddie. 4th place, Circa Joey Fury with Jack 7. 3rd place, VS Poke Chop with Josie. 2nd place, PG Speed Kicks with Huaring Law, Steve, and Jin. And 1st place, NCSS Jimmy J Tran with Brian.
Dang.
So Jimmy J Tran getting himself back into the mix of things. And I saw a lot of people talk about how this win puts him in a good position to make it into the finals. So shout outs to Jimmy J Tran, a.k.a. Emphy, a.k.a. Mr. Naps. Now he's just Jimmy J Tran. Some people used to call him Shang Tsung because he looked just like Shang Tsung.
Not anymore. He cut his hair.
Yeah, that's true. He did cut his hair. MBCI with a little bit of controversy in this tournament, unfortunately. 7th place was HOC Scamby with Nemesis Gamora Time. Viper with Ultron Hawkeye Power. 5th place Kid Digital with Dormammu Iron Man in Space. Daddy Penguin with Ghost Rider Thanos Soul. 4th place Jazz Rap Spencer Ultron Reality. 3rd place Some Luck Nova Thanos Reality. 2nd place Excalibur Blades with Gamora Dante Reality. And 1st place not enough damage. Mischief, not enough damage. With Captain Marvel, Doctor Strange, Reality, Gem.
Yeah, he looked good. I'll watch this.
The controversy here involved a Smooth Viper match in which someone played him and defeated him. And then I think it was Scamby or somebody came up and said, hey, wait, he had Easy Supers on. And it was never announced on the website that Easy Supers were banned at TFC.
Yeah.
But they were banned, I guess, through word of mouth before the tournament started. And the person who beat Smooth Viper had it on. And so they found, after he beat Smooth Viper 2-0, they said, you know what, run it back. And then he lost.
Dang. He beat him 2-0 at the start?
He beat him 2-0 the first time.
Wow, Easy Hypers are powerful. That sucks. That definitely sucks.
Yeah, unfortunate situation. And, I saw Vi tweet this, and, I agree with this. But if nobody says anything at the beginning and it's too late.
For sure.
You cannot go back and do that.
Absolutely right.
In my opinion.
No,
I don't think that was the right call. I think they should have let it rock and just had it go that way. Because, again, Easy Supers aren't going to... I mean, I understand. There's some places that they're useful. But I just don't think they're going to be... Supers mostly aren't invincible anyway.
Like I said, I completely don't understand.
Right.
I'm not even sure, what point A is of the ban them argument.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not sure.
So there you go. Unfortunately, a little bit of drama
that
there.
Sucks.
Street Fighter.
But hey, it was cool to watch, and not enough damage won it. But Excalibur Blades got a perfect in the game right before.
Oh yeah,
yeah, that was really funny.
Street Fighter 5. In 7th place was PIR Black Gazebo with Balrog, Shaki with Ryu. 5th place, BXA Squall. Good stuff to him. Nakali. 5th place, Princess Slim with Rashid. 4th place, PAR Millennium Storm with Vega. 3rd place, Chairithi with Karin. Again, he's just one of those players that I agree with some Canada FGC members were just saying, why is this guy not sponsored yet? This guy...
He doesn't have that breakthrough, man. I'm going to be honest with you.
He's
one of the third strike NA gods, but... he just doesn't have that breakthrough in SF5. So.
2nd place, Noble Vagabond with Nakali. 1st place, Terrence with Chun-Li. So shout outs to Terrence. Great job with Chun-Li.
Chun-Li.
With Chun-Li.
That's right.
So, Dead or Alive, I'll start at 4th place. UGS Excalibur Blades with Alpha 152, Rachel and Elliot. 3rd place, GXR Hollow with Alpha 152. 2nd place, once again, Mr. Quiggle, Christy, Rachel, La Mariposa. And 1st place, GXR SRM Hoodless with Zach. Injustice, 4th place, Sid the Haze with The Flash.
Yep.
3rd place, Circa Nikki with Catwoman.
Dang, KI coming to town.
Okay, with Catwoman. 2nd place, Guile Cupcake with Catwoman, Deadshot, Cheetah, Red Hood, and Dr. Fate.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
And 1st place, DF Gurr with Deadpool, Black Manta, and Bane.
He sealed it with the Bane.
He did?
He sure did.
I like it.
There was a lot of back and forth in characters picks, but Bane was the winner. Yeah.
They had a Third Strike tournament there. Nika KO.
Yeah, it was sick, by the way.
I didn't see it.
Actually, I didn't watch it either. I gotta watch it. But I know it was sick because I heard about all these killers who they had coming from Japan.
Oh.
And I saw pictures. Oh, yeah, you read that player list and you will say, wow.
No, because I saw 5th and I was like, that's probably not him. It's probably a different RX.
Oh, no, it's not.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was the real stuff,
7th place was Yuki Makoto. And TI3S, Frankie, BFG, Ken.
Yeah.
5th place, Gavino, Chun-Li, and RX Urian. Combo video, crazy.
Yes.
Charge
Urian
partition
God.
Urian.
Yes.
Jesus. 4th place, Nika KO with Yanks. 3rd place, Kokajin
Kokajin
with Dudley. Top 8 finisher, top 8 Evo finisher. 2nd
one of the
place,
best ever.
Issei
Also.
with Yun, another top 8 finisher at
one of the
Evo.
best ever.
And 1st place, Yakun with Yun. So
Also
these are all the legit Japanese
Super
players.
legit.
Hey.
Man, shout outs to Nika KO for getting 4th above RX.
I know.
And wow, that is ridiculous.
That's
ridiculous.
Good job.
That was a crazy lineup. So I definitely have to go back and watch that.
Dude, I'm gonna watch that. I didn't realize it was like that.
That was Third Strike at TFC.
Okay.
Yeah, it was stacked.
Okay. Guilty Gear Exert Rev 2, 4th place SLP David Q with Zato 1. I gotta, man, I just someone named David Q. Like, you have to play Venom. Like, I just feel like you have to play Venom. Third place, Pack Strife with Eno and Soul Bad Guy. Second place, BZB with Chibs Enough. And first place, No Kami with Zato 1.
Yep.
Under Night in Birth, EXE Latest. Third place, NC Tempest with Phonon. Second place, Enigma with Phonon. First place, JDR with Hyde. Blaze Blue Central Fiction. Third place, Papa Leo with Naoto. Snek DGF with Hazama. And first place was RL 7th Phonon with Rachel. Pokken Tournament. Third place, Char with Charizard. Second place, FZG Radis with Weevil Sceptile. And Hazard's Twixie with Chandelure.
Sick.
Nice. UMVC3 was still played there. So third place was Sondalite. Second place was Mischief Not Enough Damage. First place, Circuit Joey D.
Okay, fair enough.
Ultra Street Fighter 4 was played. Star Killer in third place with Guy and Ryu. Second place, Noble Vagabond with Fei Long and Yun.
Okay.
First place, Red Panda. Con Rizzle with Rufus and Sea Viper. See, he's using the characters that didn't transition to 5, so he's not going to kill his muscle memory.
KDZ got fourth with Rufus. Dang, they had all the old games. Look at this. Mortal Kombat XL?
Nice. Sid the Haze with Tempest Kung Lao, Special Forces Sonya. Second place, Gal Cupcake with Crystalline, Tremor, Grandmaster Sub-Zero, and Hollywood Cassie Cage. First place, Cusco with Covert Ops, Sonya Blade. Wow. King of Fighters 14. Third place was Slayton with Nako, Andy, Kenso. Second place, Purified WS with My Whip Athena, Terry My Athena, Terry Whip Athena. And first place, KPBJDR with Kyo, Ralph, and Terry.
Cool, man. Hey.
Yes.
Flow Cursed RX.
Did he? Oh, the Flow Curse. Flow. I mean, I know a lot of people don't like it. Like, I know when we read the results, it's just like naming off a list of names. But, I mean, if you don't know, like, if we didn't go through this, I would have never known to want to go back and watch that Third Strike. You know what I mean? So there's definitely a lot of interesting things that can come up here. So
Third Strike. Yeah.
Third Strike,
yep.
Baby. I know there was a lot of other side tournaments. I know that there was, like, I thought there was supposed to be, like, a Vampire Savior tournament or something like that, but I'm not sure if I'm thinking of a different event. But I remember they were talking about it on the ST stream at Wednesday Night Fights one time, so it might have been a different one. But also in Curitiba, Brazil, was the Treta Championship tournament as well. They ran a crap ton of games as well.
Sick.
Was this a regional? Was this the regional? No, this is just a ranking event.
Sick.
In the Latin America regions, Street Fighter 5. Yeah, for Street Fighter. Street Fighter 5, top 4. I'll just go there. Is Curso SFE. Okay, I'll do the whole thing.
Keoma got 5th.
7th place was Estibador with Ken and Soa Orion with Nakali. 5th place, AAG Baby Brasil with Fang and Vertex Keoma with Karin.
Okay.
4th place, Curso SFV with Paulo Webb using Laura. 3rd place, Umbrella HK Dash with Embai. That's a name we sing a lot now.
Yep.
2nd place, SL Stunner with Cami. And 1st place, F3 Brolinho with Nakali.
Sick. What? GTO Kira says Keoma was throwing up blood during the top 8?
What?
What is that about?
Jesus.
Please let me know what that's about.
That's so crazy. I hope he's okay.
Dang.
MVCI, 5th place was Liaguana with Firebrand, Thanos, and Reality. Okay.
What do you got? I'm
just going to say here. Top 8. Let me name you their gems, okay? From 7th to 1st. Reality. Only 2nd place, Zeka, had one team with power. Everyone was Reality Gem. I honestly don't think Reality Gem is that good.
It's just good early. It's fine. Yeah, it's no big deal.
3rd place was Daisuke with Nova Thanos Reality. 2nd place, as I mentioned, was Zeka, who had Reality and Power teams of Gamora Ultron, Ghost Rider Gamora, and Ghost Rider X. And 1st place was Acido with Ultron and Dormammu with Reality.
So an X, huh? If anybody watched, let me know if that X actually did work, because if so, I want to go back and watch that.
Yeah, because that's another character that a lot of people are kind of poo-pooing now.
Yeah, I don't know that much about the character. Right. It doesn't seem bad just to look at his options, but I don't know.
It's weird, because I'm not as familiar with the X games as much as I am with the classic Mega Man series. And so he has that move where he shoots an ice crystal up, and then it shoots and it tracks you or whatever like that, or it just comes out at an angle. And I was like, which game is that from? And someone's like, dude, I play all the X's. I don't know which game that is from. So we see, So Kaoma started spitting blood again. Damn, I hope I can play properly. God, go take care of yourself, man. Like,
please.
Video games are not that important, dude. Video games are not that important. Please.
People say X is bad. I don't know. I gotta see it. Yeah. Ty Vega's X in top 16. Oh, at Northwest Majors?
Oh, okay.
If
cool.
so, okay, that's cool.
So KOF 14 was won by Do KOF. Guilty Gear Exert Rev 2 was won by Coil with Axel Lowe.
Dang, Potemkin got second place.
Potemkin got second place.
Nikki.
Injustice 2, Vertex taking top 3 spaces there. So GUI Excepcional with Red Hood, Black Adam, Catwoman. Hey George with Blue Beetle, Deadshot, and Joker. In the first place was Killer Zynock.
Shinnok.
The Flash. Shinnok. Yep. Oh, yeah, of course.
I played against Hey George sometimes on the internet.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Even though he's from Chile, actually the connection is quite good.
Really?
Yeah, it's remarkable, because that's very far away.
It's the NRS code. They're using the good net code, right?
But yeah, I played against his Joker. His Joker is literally the only one I've ever played that's strong.
Really?
Only one.
Dang.
And it's very, very interesting. So I'm happy to see him get second. That's very
Joker's supposed to suck at fighting, right? I mean, he's supposed to get beat up.
He's a tricky guy, you know. He's got setups.
Canon-wise, he's supposed.
But don't you think canon-wise it makes sense for him to be a setup character?
No, it does. But I mean, even in the Injustice story, he's dead, right?
Yes, he is a dream.
He was only in Harley's dream, and that was the excuse to put him in the game. Yeah. That was it.
Weird.
So. Tekken 7 was won by New Master El Negro with Master Raven. So
the Potemkin player's name was Nikki.
Yes, the Potemkin player was Nikki.
Is that it for tournament results?
That is it for tournament results.
I just want to say, in terms of tournaments, I looked up at the TFC to see which game had the most entrants, because Tekken was the first one that you read.
Well, remember, in Atlanta, Tekken is the most important game, right? And TFC is close enough that it's a Larry.
This is in Raleigh, right?
Right, but it's close enough to that area, so I think that they would probably have a big Tekken turnout there.
Tekken 7 had 175 entrants.
Okay.
And therefore was number 1 most entered. Do you know which game had second place? Guess.
Marvel.
Street Fighter.
Oh, okay.
And it was with 110.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's a big difference. And then Marvel Infinite had 99.
Okay, cool.
Third Strike had 92. Yes.
Yeah, TFC was not a ranking event, so a lot of people were at other events for sure. So it just did not have the turnout that a lot of the other events did. And again, this is just the problem that we're seeing nowadays, is that we just have so many damn events. I don't even know what we're supposed to do anymore. There's just so many stupid events these days. So, yeah, it's crazy.
Well, there you go. Tekken 7 had most entrants.
Okay.
Very cool. What else you got?
Want to take a break? We'll come back. We can do all the FGC news.
Let's do it.
Let's just rattle right through it. Okay, be right back, guys.
Hey! Street Fighter 3. Third Strike, y'all.
Choose and pick the best one.
What's going on here? Oh, I see. Yes.
Alright, so we've got a lot of FGC news here, and I actually was here early enough to sort them by categories here, so
wow.
Let's actually talk about some of these things, shall we?
Yes.
For stuff that is currently out, Spider-Man Infinite, Capcom is aware of it. We talked about it, and they said they're looking into ways to fix it, so I wouldn't be too worried about that. I'm sure they're looking into some stuff. But they did say that there was going to be new Street Fighter V and Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite news at the New York Comic-Con that is coming up this weekend. So I would imagine, hopefully, we get to see footage of Black Panther, maybe, or Zeku. At this old point in time, let's just call him Zeku, because every leaked list for Street Fighter V has been correct, right? Guy's Master Zeku. And I hope he's cool. I hope they figure out a good way to do a run character in an interesting way. Because I know you and I don't see eye to eye on this, but I just don't want another Fuerte.
Good old Fuerte.
I don't want another Fuerte.
One of the more unique characters in Street Fighter's life.
Yep. Exactly.
You hate all the unique ones, James.
No, I just hate...
Fuerte. 12.
12's not unique. He's just dumb.
Dhalsim.
Dhalsim's annoying.
Fact.
Yeah, Dhalsim's annoying.
I rest my case. 3 out of 3.
Also, they had leaked concept art. I guess they found it on the game or something like that, but there was concept art of Sigma, Black Panther, Black Widow, Winter Soldier, and Venom. Which is kind of interesting because by looking at those concept art, at least we do know which Black Widow they're talking about. But the characters look really nice. I mean, if they could make the models look anywhere remotely close to that instead of... Dude, someone posted up a picture of the close-up of Morgan's face, and I realized she looked exactly like a Christmas special claymation character. You know, like she was just like...
Like without detail, basically.
Yeah, and it just looked like, you know, like her nose was like pasted on there,
right.
You know, and then like it's probably going to fall off without enough clay and stuff like that. So... It's oh god, it's so terrible.
Winter Soldier looks nice.
Yeah, Winter Soldier looks really cool. I'm excited for these characters. So, but Raiden is officially coming to. Is he out yet or no?
I guess he's out. I was just doing work the entire day, and I guess I missed it.
Well, read somewhere that like he accidentally came out on the Xbox One version, but not the other ones.
Really?
Or did they just release it on all of them? I don't know.
Let me know because I am not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure because he's supposed to be coming. He's supposed to come out like next week. But I guess he's out right now, so there you go. But then, yes, the Atom is coming to Injustice 2. So if you guys haven't seen the video, definitely go look it up. Just go to NetherRealm's Twitter account. You'll find it over there. But the Atom is cool because he actually shrinks to like a size of an atom and like fights things. And even one of the even like his throw animation, it looks like he shrinks to a small size.
Yeah.
Dashes up to you and you see a big giant zoomed in face and he punches the face. Then he grows a giant size and like punches.
That's very cool looking.
Yeah, it is
very
really
cool
cool.
looking.
I'm actually...
So he was supposed to come out next week, but instead he came out today, basically?
Yeah, I guess basically that just means that they... Maybe he accidentally came out early on Xbox and they're like, fuck it, let's just put them all out or something like that.
Season Pass owners get it early.
Oh, is that what it is?
Duh.
Okay.
I tell you, I swear, I've played Injustice 2 before. I've played it before. I have.
A Tekken patch came out. Tekken patch version 1.08 improves online stability, so I definitely want to jump on some online again and see if my online experience is any better, because so far my online experience with Tekken 7 has been poo-poo, garbage, crap. It just hasn't been good. It just hasn't been good at all. So, yeah.
Okay.
What was the name of that one? What was the name of that one Pokemon that was like based off of trash? It was like Garbo.
Oh yeah, Garbodor.
Garbodor. People are saying it's still trash. Oh, come on, dude.
Doo-doo.
Killer Instinct is available out on Steam.
Yes.
Now, so it is now Steam, not just Windows 10 or whatever.
Not just the Windows Store.
Yeah, so
man,
you can get it on Steam now, so go get it there. And Gold Skin Pack 8 is coming soon to Killer Instinct as well.
That's it.
Gundam Versus is out, and 2 new Gundams, Alvaron and Buster Gundam, are coming to the Japan version, I guess, on October 17th. I don't know if there's any news about American releases of this character. Let's see. I see nothing about U.S. release here. So this is definitely coming out so far just in Japan. So, also, Clarin, the Flames of Salvation, joins Rivals of Aether on the same day on October 17th.
Nice.
So there you go, new character. And then ARMS has a new patch, 3.1 patch, adds character tweaks and a new playable stage for Versus. I actually saw a highlight clip of someone doing a combo in that game, which was actually interesting to me. So, and you're still not. Yeah.
Hey man,
you can change the buttons now.
Oh, that's right. I heard about that.
And then on the mobile device, Capcom's Puzzle Fighter with the amazing Morgan.
Oh my god.
Has been released, so you can get that on mobile platform now. Now, for games that are not out yet, Game Informer revealed 2 new stages for Dragon Ball Z.
Ooh.
And I guess they're going to do a month of coverage for Dragon Ball Z.
All right.
So now, I'm going to take this opportunity once again to talk about the way the industry works.
Yes.
Right? A lot of times companies hate leaks and they don't talk about things because they have deals with companies like Game Informer to have month-long coverage.
True.
And if the leak comes out, then people don't care about the Game Informer stuff and then they get mad. And so they can't just go like, oh, here's the leak, let's just tell everybody that they're right. You know what I mean? Like that just doesn't work
they have
that way.
contractual obligations.
Yes, exactly. So it's not so simple. But Game Informer will be doing a month-long coverage of Dragon Ball FighterZ. So hopefully they'll announce soon that Android 21 is playable, please.
So,
please.
Yeah, that's cool.
I even asked one of the NAM cops. I was like, is Android 21 playable? And they're like, can't tell you.
Dang, denied.
So I'm sad. I'm sad. First in-game match footage of Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle came out, and it wasn't supposed to be. Someone found it on like the ArcSys servers or something, and like the tweet literally was, yeah, the tweet was literally like, "Hey ArcSys, sorry if this is not meant to be out, but."
All right. Oh,
yeah. See,
press play on the old play
look
button.
what we found on the Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle server. Just don't tell ArcSys. Yeah. I mean, the problem with it is if I turn on the volume, like, Ruby is one of the characters that's playable, and she's very loud.
Well, just mute it then. Who cares?
You know what? This is just cool if we don't put it on the screen for people.
Sucks for everybody.
Let me just put it on the screen for everybody. Whatever. If we get stricken, then I will edit this part out.
That's fine.
When we upload it to YouTube. So here we go. Oh, maybe it was a joke. Maybe it wasn't a leak. I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't care. I just want to watch it.
Okay. Alright, so let's get the video here. Like so. And here we go. Watch out for volume, guys.
I couldn't take it, couldn't stand another minute. Couldn't bear another day without you in it. All of the joy that I had known from my life was stripped away from me the minute that you died. To have you.
Can't escape from crossing fate.
Genius.
Fight! Hey, you looking?
The quality is not great.
Wow, this is horrible.
It could just be that this computer is chugging because it's streaming and it's trying to download video at the same time, but...
I mean, there's not so much video to download.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well...
Yo, the ArcSys cops came in here and
enough of that.
me.
Sorry, everybody.
Alright, look it up on Shoryuken and you'll be able to find it there. You'll be able to find it there.
Bummer.
Alright, well, Final Fantasy Dissidia was revealing a new character, and it was just revealed that it is Cloud of Darkness from Final Fantasy III, aka that means nobody knows who the hell this character is, because Final Fantasy III is never released in the US, and it's not one of the more popular Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, wait. Scroll down on this guy. What's going on with the boobs there? It's a weird look.
Just hanging out there, I guess. So
it's got a little pasty on.
it's like Lil Kim like outfits.
Yeah.
At a
That was from. Like, when did that game come out? Probably like 1990?
something like that, yeah. Long time ago.
Whatever.
Let's see here. Yeah, see, there you go. So here we go. This is Cloud of Darkness. I mean, she is a character that's playable in FFRK, and I have no idea what the hell she does.
Okay.
But I guess she's like a boss character in that game or something like that.
She's got a little Zarya, little plants there, little poison ivy plants.
I guess so. Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Also, some people do have access to them's Fighting Herds beta.
Yes.
There's actually a clip of it on SRK that you can watch. The game looks so nice.
I had been offered a beta code.
Oh yeah?
Yep.
Cool.
I mean, I was playing. I mean, I was doing no playing today. I was only working today. In fact, that's why I didn't know that rating had come out. But
okay.
I will definitely give it a try.
Oh yeah. Oh
yes.
yeah. I have a beta code too.
Dang.
I have a beta code too. Yeah. So dude, that footage that I've seen the game looks beautiful.
Nice. All right.
Like the animation is ridiculous.
Is there a grappler?
It's so good. I don't know. I don't know yet. I mean, it was just they were just showing I think like 3 total characters, and And none of them seem very... I mean, one of them has like... I don't know yet.
It's one of them like extend their little hoof really
far.
Well,
one of them throws out a rope and kind of like get over here status, but I don't think that's quite grappler.
Okay, all right.
Them's Fighting Herds, in case you guys don't know what this game is. It's a fighting game that originally was MLP, Fighting is Magic, where they just took the My Little Pony characters and put them in a fighting game just for fun. And then, of course, they got cease and desisted, but not in a way that, like, they were like, they actually looked like they kind of were like, we're sorry, but you can't do this with our property because we don't want a game where these characters are just fighting each other kind of stuff, like Hasbro. But then Lauren Faust, the person who resurrected My Little Pony, was like, you know what, I'll help you, and created brand new characters, created a brand new world. So the characters are straight from her design. So it's like from the brainchild of NLP.
And they have, the game engine is from Skullgirls.
Yes, they're using the fighting game engine from Skullgirls.
A couple of pretty good things right there.
Like I said, the game looks ridiculous right now. Like, the graphics are super good. And they have a lot of interesting... I didn't get a chance to see if it was in the footage that I saw. The music wasn't changing, but they have plans for like dynamic music stuff, and that, I mean, I know that's just a presentation thing, but I think that's super cool, where there's the stage song has a version of that song that fits every character, and so if that character starts winning, it starts turning into their version. Very like cool. The reindeer has very Christmassy sounding music, so the background stage will turn into the reindeer Christmassy sounding version. Sick. And then if the horse starts winning, then it goes to the Western style. You know, it's
very
a neat
cool.
idea.
It's very cool idea.
Yeah. Them's Fighting Herds. Yep. Them's Fighting Herds. There you go. And of course, you know, I appreciate the pun.
I think it's them's Fightin Herds.
Yeah, them's Fightin Herds.
There's a G.
Yeah, them's Fightin Herds. All right, now for some rumors.
Okay.
Let's do some rumors. Possible Mortal Kombat 11 Reddit leak reveals roster, release, and gameplay details. So you hadn't heard about this yet.
No.
So yeah, there's
it was a busy day.
Yeah, I don't even think this was today. This was like a couple of days ago.
What?
Yeah, this was...
September 29th?
Yeah, this was like 4 days ago. I think you just missed it.
How did that happen?
You just missed it. But like,
who's the characters?
Like
obviously.
All these characters like Kano, Li Mei, Nu Saibot, Bo Raicho, Johnny Cage, Shang Tsung Jade, Dagon, Cassie Cage, like characters that were in the later games that sucked. Like they're bringing some of them back apparently or something like that.
I don't know who Li Mei or Dagon or Onaga are.
I don't even know who Frost is.
Frost was in...
Is that another ninja?
Yeah, she's like Sub-Zero.
Oh, but it's like a female ninja, Sub-Zero.
Wasn't she like a premier skin in MK11? In MKX? Wasn't she?
I have no idea, but people are saying that it is a female Sub-Zero. But there's all these rumors about that.
Maybe it was MK9? Again. I don't know, something.
But the most concerning part about the rumors, of course, is the 2019 release date. That is supposed to come out in 2019. So it's following the pattern of, around spring 2019. So it's following the pattern of the 2-year NRS cycle, which is...
I hope that's false, but it's probably not false. There's really no reason to expect it to be false.
Right.
But that sucks.
Yeah.
Please let us play a video game for more than 2 years. Again, the NRS scene can't support 2. Sometimes people try. All right. It was at MKX was at TFC.
Right.
And I don't know how many people entered, but it was nobody.
They need somehow someone's got to convince the NRS community to stop doing this, just like the Marvel community.
It's just not going to happen.
I don't know why there's certain scenes that are like, well, new game's out.
It's every scene.
Goodbye, old game.
It's basically every scene. The only games that don't do that are games that are
like Super Turbo Third Strike.
Yeah, well, those games died.
Yeah.
They both died for periods of time.
That's true.
And they had to come back. Back. Right. Cassie had a Frost cosplay or whatever in MKX, but she was only in the story mode, the actual character.
Gotcha.
That sucks, man. It's probably true.
I don't have a link to this, but there's also a lot of rumors with like Street Fighter V leaks about arcade modes and all these other crazy things coming out. It's all from the same source again. I don't know. Like I want to report on like the things, but I've been told by a lot of people that Xkira's like stuff is dodgy sometimes. That it's that it's not necessarily
So,
true. So I'm not sure how to
don't
react
bother.
to that.
Who cares?
I'm not sure
Not
how
that
to
big of a
react
deal.
to that. So also, Neo Geo Battle Coliseum 2 is rumored to be in development at SNK.
Who asked for that? Who there was like, oh, we know what they need a second one of.
It's a team fighting game.
I know.
It's all the rage right now, I guess. So, but yeah, apparently there's a rumors for that's coming out.
Did you really ask for that? I'm not. Look, it's not like it was a terrible game. I don't remember. I didn't play it very much, but I just feel like it's like not anything that I would have even thought about. Although, hey, I remember thinking that it was absurd that Killer Instinct was coming back because that game was a pile of garbos, and then they actually did a really good job with it. So
poo garbage crap.
it was poo garbage poop
Crap.
poop, multiple poops, no crap.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
And
That's cool.
The last bit of information that I had was just that Rise had picked up Richard Wynn. But
Nguyen.
we've already talked about that already.
Good old Richie Nguyen.
Yeah, Dick Wins has been picked up. So congratulations to Richard Nguyen.
Definitely.
Nguyen, yeah.
Nguyen.
Also known as Richard Wynn.
Yeah.
Nguyen. So there you go. That's all I have for information. That's all I have for fighting game news. Oh, those are all leftovers.
Leftovers. Got it.
From a while back. So, yes. Stuff that I actually wanted to read myself and just never bothered to.
Well, like I said, I would not be surprised if MK11 came out 2 years after Injustice 2 came out. It'll definitely come out in April. That is the path of things.
Oh yeah, we should probably also mention that Bizarro Mike is now the community manager for Capcom.
That's right. Good luck over there.
Yeah, good luck. Hopefully he has a good time there. Hopefully he enjoys it.
Yeah, I would never want that job, but hey,
dude,
I wish you the best of luck. I mean, all seriousness, I wish you the best of luck.
I mean, you've seen the South Park movie, right? It feels like that Human Shield part of the army. You know, it's like you just stick him out there, and everyone's just basically gonna kill that person.
Yeah, like remember, this is with Mike, right? When we were at SCR, Mike and I, and also Vicious, were doing an interview, and that's when I said that SFI was the worst modern fighting game release.
Right, yeah.
Carefully said, I liked the gameplay, but the rest of it was not good.
Mm-hmm.
That was with Mike, I'm pretty sure, when he was with Yahoo.
Well, now he'll probably try to go find that footage and erase it from all of his.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Oh man. But yeah, community manager is going to be a tough job. It's going to be a very, 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 very tough job.
Yeah, definitely. I know that.
I mean, like a lot of people are talking about John D, but he was never the community manager. John D was never the community manager.
He's licensing and stuff.
Yeah, he wasn't supposed to. He was never supposed to be. So.
I think that's very funny. I mean, again. I hope it goes well. But
Beef was there.
I know that Hans, who is not in Capcom anymore, I know he's really happy to not be there. Not because it was like the worst place to work or anything, but because now he can just play fighting games.
Yeah, he literally told me when I spoke to him
enjoy
last, he was just like, I can just be a fan of fighting games again.
Yeah. I
don't have to worry about all this other stuff anymore. So there you go. But yeah, excited. Social media manager?
Yeah, Hans went to Blizzard. He's doing Blizzard stuff.
Yeah. Is that public or is that not public? I don't know.
It is now.
Okay, well, there you go.
I mean, it's not recent.
Yeah,
it's
I know.
Been a while.
I know.
I assume it's out there.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I'm happy for him. So. But yeah, now he's a SoCal dude. We still need to meet up with him. So, all right. Ultra David greater than XQ.
Yeah, you know it. That's right. So I'm learning hitbox.
Oh, you are? Okay, so you're trying.
First of all,
did you actually upgrade the firmware on it?
No need. I'm only playing on the PC.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to get you to do the work for me. Basically, that's why I keep asking.
No need. Only on the PC. Anyway, man, jumping is so difficult.
It's weird.
It's super weird.
It's weird.
And especially, so this may not have been the best decision, but I'm trying to learn it as I'm also trying to learn Marvel Infinite.
Oh!
Simultaneously. This happens to me every day. button, hit confirm, cool, launch, follow it up into the air. I'm pressing down. I'm not pressing the up button at all. That happens every combo. Like it.
Dude, when I was learning it for MVC3, I would launch, and I knew the up button wasn't where I wanted it to be, and my brain would just freeze. Yeah. You're just like, well, then I'm not going to hit any button.
Yeah. I actually did have auto super jump on for a bit, but like I said, I want to learn the games.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm playing Marvel Infinite, and I'm not good at Marvel anyway.
Right.
There's no surprise there, but man, I'm terrible.
Dude, do not use auto jump. Turn that shit off. That I trademarked that term. Turn that shit off. Turn off auto super jump because it actually ruins a lot of your super combos. You can hold down to keep yourself from super jumping a little bit, but that's just weird.
I don't know. Whatever. It seems like up to the individual person.
Yeah, I guess so. Because sometimes you want to super jump late. Sometimes you want to.
You can't. Yeah. You just got to hold down. So I'm also learning it while playing Cuphead.
Oh, nice.
So I just figured like I should. So I played the sparring mode in Marvel Infinite to like just get used to it a little bit.
Right.
Now I'm playing it on Marvel Infinite Online and basically getting smoked constantly. Right. And I'm also dying 1,000 times on Cuphead.
Okay.
I just died constantly.
I want to get Cuphead on my Xbox One just so I have something to do with that stupid console. But my Xbox One doesn't work right now, so I need to bring it to the Microsoft Store to see if I can get it fixed, and then I can try to...
What are you doing?
Dude, I hate that console so much. But I need it to work because all of my Rock Band shit is on there, so I need it to work. I need my Rock Band.
Cuphead's on Steam. Come on.
I know, but that means I have to play down here, and that's shitty, dude.
You can play it on your... You can probably play it on your laptop. I don't know, but probably. Because I can play it on my tablet.
Yeah, but I have a Mac, right? My laptop is a Mac.
Yeah.
Can I play it on there?
Steam is on Mac.
Yeah, but not every game.
Not every game. Yeah,
ported over to there. Plus, another thing too is, I mean, like either that or I just need to figure out an easy way to move this computer up and down stairs. But that would just add
a dumbwaiter.
But see, the thing about it is that would just add way more points of failure every week that I try to stream.
Right.
So the other answer is just get another PC. Just get another PC and plug it into.
Make sure you get another Mac so you can play fewer video games.
Yeah. It's good.
I mean, if you're gonna get an OS that doesn't play video games, just get Linux. You know.
Yeah, but the Mac is good though.
That's what I do.
Macs are good. Everyone who's ever started using Mac loves Macs. So.
That's not a very good representative sample. Yeah, anyway, Cuphead is beautiful. Man, it's not just that it's beautiful looking. The graphics are amazing, but everything about it is good. It's just a good video game. You know what I mean? Like it's not only the graphics. It's like a challenging one-player side-scroller platformer.
It's like all bosses.
Whatever it's called.
It's very treasure-like.
It's very boss-heavy, and the audio is great. You know, the songs are good. Like the little audio noises are really good. Just everything about it is awesome.
Did you see the headlines about that game? Like all the people who worked on the game, they've all like mortgaged their houses and they like did all this stuff just to make this game and everything. And it just comes back again to everyone's just like, why can't Capcom just put more money into the graphics? Why can't Capcom just dude, making video games is not easy. It's a lot of work.
That's true.
When Mike Z actually was like, hey, here's our Indiegogo. So for new characters and Skullgirls, it'll cost $500,000. That's our stretch goal. And people are like, $500,000? Why would it cost this much for a new character? Should it be like $50,000? Like I could make a new character for $50,000. Like that's what everybody always wants to say. But like this is not how the industry works. This is not how the industry works, man. This is not.
Yes, Cuphead is excellent. It does control well. I definitely agree with that. It plays on potatoes, which is nice, such as my little tablet friend here. And I am going to be playing it whilst traveling around. I'm trying not to beat the whole game in like the first week. What I want to do is make it my I'm traveling game. You know, get to the airport.
Right.
Sit on the little airplane. Play that.
Makes sense.
Right now that game is Civ 6, but it can easily be Cuphead.
I'm telling people, man, just gotta make these fighting games on the Switch, and then give me like a good little mini joystick that I can use or a decent pad, because then I could just sit here and play Marvel Infinite training mode on the airplane.
You sure could.
And I would never be bored. So
you could just get a good laptop.
Yeah, maybe I should just look into getting a good laptop.
Yeah, Cuphead did take a long time to come out, but you know what? That's fine, and it ended up really, really good. So I'm not going to complain about that. There were plenty of video games to play in the meantime, and it all worked out well.
Hardest part is just that I just don't want to bring a laptop. Pretty. I just don't want to bring a laptop on the plane. You know what I mean? Because like the Switch is easy. I don't have to take it out of the bag for any of the stupid, you know. And I don't like bringing a computer around with me because then I have to bring a mouse and bring a keyboard and bring all these other things. I don't want to bring any of that stuff. I don't know. It just feels inconvenient to me.
You know what would be cool is a stick/mouse keyboard combination. Genius!
That would be actually really cool. Genius. If you could figure out a way to do that.
You just put here's a little crappy keyboard that I use. Just put this guy onto like the side of the stick, like I mean the top of the stick, but the side of the stick, and you got little buttons and stuff.
You've seen the GameCube one,
beautiful,
right? You've seen the
Genius.
GameCube one, right?
No.
It's just literally a GameCube with a regular keyboard, just like pasted in the middle of it, so you like have all the GameCube buttons on the side, but it's like
wow.
I think they did an SGDQ run where someone played a game on that thing or something like that. So yeah.
Well, that happens to me all the time. C-Chun89 says, imagine trying to plan a laptop on a plane and the asshole in front of you moves his seat back. Well, like I said, I bring the old tablet onto planes every time, and that does happen while I'm playing Civ 6. But you know what? It's cool. I'm teleporting. It's fine.
Right.
No big deal.
Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I would need to bring an extra keyboard because if I did get a laptop, I'd probably want like a Surface like you have, right? I don't want to have like an actual laptop.
Well, it's not really. I mean, it's a reasonable tablet, but it's not like a strong laptop.
Can you get a tablet that's like strong enough to just be a computer that's not like a laptop kind of thing?
Probably, but I don't know. All of the like gaming centric laptops that I can think of are actually laptops. Right. I'm not sure if any of them are tablet or whatever. What are the name? What is this disconnection thing? You know what I'm talking about? You like take the keyboard off.
Talking bad about Nintendo. They're just a bunch of idiots. Nintendo has literally made like all the best games like in the past like 10 years, dude. Seriously. Like every time I have a Nintendo console, every game I buy on it is like great. So there. I feel like I'm in high school again. Got to do this Nintendo versus Sega shit all over again.
Sega died forever ago.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they are reborn upon Nintendo itself.
Dude, the weirdest thing ever was when I saw Nintendo Power with Sonic the Hedgehog on the cover. I saw Sonic the Hedgehog on a Nintendo Power cover, weird. And I saw that and I was like, oh my god, this is the craziest thing.
Weird. Only nerds had Sega Genesis. Man.
No, only people who...
Go on.
Only people who...
All right, man. What do you got to say?
No, I was just never mind. Forget it. The moment is past. The moment is past. So.
Anything else to say?
I didn't get a SNES Classic because I'm not going to bother sitting in line for anything. The only way I'm going to get those things is if I try to like use some of my connections. It's the only way I'm going to be able to get it. And other than that, I'm not even going to bother.
So my dad and I used to play Super Nintendo back in the day, along with my brothers. And I recently told my dad that now you can get a new old Super Nintendo, basically. And he was like, he didn't understand. Why would people want that? Was it because they had never played the old Super Nintendo? Or like what? Like what's the market?
I actually want it just because there's a lot of games on there that I haven't played.
It's only old people.
Yeah, only old people.
I'm pretty sure only old people have bought it. I don't think anybody's I've never played any of these games.
I never played Earthbound. I never played Super Punch-Out. Those two are on there. There's the Star Fox 2 that's never been released anywhere.
So my brother did get one of them, and he's played Star Fox 2, and I was like, how is it? And he's like, it's Star Fox, the second one.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's just for nostalgia.
Dude, nobody can say that N64 was trash. Mario Kart 64 on there like ended everything. Like that's like that and Smash 64 were like the only games you needed, and that thing was basically the best console ever because of that. F-Zero GX, actually F-Zero was good on there, but F-Zero was the best on the GameCube. It was the best on the GameCube. And then of course don't forget Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask were on the N64, and Majora's Mask is one of the greatest video games of all time. So you can suck it. So
that's true. There were a lot of great classics on that system. That's for sure. That's for sure. You know what? I recently got a system that plays Nintendo games, Nintendo 64 games, Nintendo Entertainment System games, and Super Nintendo Entertainment System games, among others. And here it is. It's right here. This is it. It's this.
Emulators. Do you know how much emulators ruin video games? Oops, careful, you pushed it into the thing. Have you ever turned on MAME?
Actually, here's another one.
When I turn on MAME and I'm like, hey, you know what? I want to play this game because this game is cool. Nintendo. And you realize that you have like save states and all these things like that. And then you play it and then you die once. You're like, I don't feel like playing this game anymore. Honestly, emulators I feel like ruin games. Like when you actually
I don't understand.
Dude, it happens all the time when you play MAME. You're like, oh, dude, this game looks sick. You start it. Dead. I'm done. Escape. Go play a different game. Like it just happens for some reason because it's
great.
Like that's terrible.
What?
Dude. That's
Why?
Terrible.
I don't understand.
That's terrible, dude.
I am actually not. I don't understand.
Nothing feels better than when you go to an arcade and you put a quarter into the machine, and you know that you put money into the machine, and so that means that's gonna make you play your hardest. It's just nothing beats it, man.
I have $1 million idea.
God.
And the $1 million is to me because you give me 25 cents every time you want to play a video game and take it seriously, and I'll keep it and profit. It's $1 million idea for me specifically. You will lose 25 cents.
But it's different. It's not the same. You're not paying to play the game. You know what I mean?
But aren't you?
No. Because I can still play it without giving you 25 cents.
Well, you can already do that anyway.
Right, but then that defeats the purpose. So I want to put it in the arcade machine. You want to hear that credit sound, that plunk of the quarter in there.
I'm sure I can find a good little MIDI for you.
The plunk of the quarter is unlike anything. And then you hit the start button on the thing, and you hear...
100 years ago, do you think there were people who were upset that you could go watch movies in movie theaters instead of in Nickelodeons?
Yeah, I think so.
I think probably so.
I mean, like, if you think about it...
always happens.
And if you think about it, it's actually funny to me, because in music, a lot of people will still add record scratchy noises to things to give it an old sound, even though nobody knows what it is anymore. Right? Like, you still hear it in modern songs. You'll hear people, like, purposely put on the crackle.
Yeah.
But the crackle, I mean, the crackle is such a great sound, though.
Yeah, it's a cool sound. Like, do you think that they were like, I can't believe I have to watch a movie with 100 other people all at once. That's going to ruin my experience.
Yeah, I would
There's
imagine
no
so.
noise of putting your little nickel into the Nickelodeon. If people don't know what Nickelodeon is, it's not just a TV channel.
Right.
It was actually like a little thing that you would put a nickel into, and it would play a little video for you in your eyes.
Yeah, there was that video of the little girl playing with the Game Boy
I just
Color.
feel like that's probably old people in general.
Have you seen that video of the little girl, and she's like touching the screen
Genius.
and trying to get it to do
I
stuff?
thought that was excellent.
I remember reading an article, and they were like, "Why are people should not be amazed that kids know how to use a touchscreen? It's a touchscreen, and they have no other they don't have any knowledge of other interfaces. So of course it's easy for them to use."
Yeah.
It's like my parents keep doing that every time they see my nephews like on the iPad, and they're just like going everywhere, and everything makes sense to them.
Yeah, good. Shouldn't need to use your physical interfaces like whatever.
Buttons and
buttons. Come on, that's a baby's game.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I don't miss Nickelodeons, but I also don't really miss arcades, with the exception that sometimes I want to go drink beer at a barcade.
Mm-hmm.
But then, and this happened to me recently, after I'm there for a while, I'm like, I don't know, why am I here?
You know, there are a lot of people
here?
out there who, even though they have great theater home systems and stuff like that, they prefer going to the theater, right?
It is a different experience, yeah. And just because
Yeah.
I can cook up a good old steak back at the ranch, a.k.a. that's what I call my kitchen, doesn't mean that sometimes I don't want to go to a steak joint.
I never would have guessed that the ranch was your kitchen.
That's my kitchen.
Okay.
But sometimes I go to a restaurant too.
Right, exactly. So that's just the way it works, dude. Sometimes you just want to get that nostalgic
The old
feeling.
ranch. It's the world's smallest ranch. Anyway, are we done here? We're not talking about anything anymore.
I need to go get some donuts, man. I'm hungry.
Donuts?
Yeah. There's a great 24-hour donut place around here.
Is there really?
Yeah. I took Steve and Steve there once, and they were like, "You've been holding out on us, James."
I
and
didn't know
it's
that.
named in a lot of places as like one of the best donut places ever.
Let's go get donuts. I didn't know about that.
Do you want to come on?
I'm down.
Okay,
I'll go
let's
get a
some
donut.
donuts.
Sure.
Let's go get some donuts.
Sure.
It's called DK's Donuts, in case you guys are wondering. So I always joke because it's like Donkey Kong donuts.
I
But
got
like,
it.
it was funny because there was an article that was talking about why donut boxes are pink.
Okay,
And
sure.
it's only in LA. It started in LA because there was a Vietnamese family that came in here and started a donut shop and got really wealthy off of it, so he started opening more, sold them to other people, but he first did it because like the pink boxes were like the ones that he can afford. So actually, if you see a show or a movie take place in another location that's not Los Angeles and they have pink donut boxes, that's actually not accurate.
What?
Because most places don't have pink donut boxes. It's like an LA thing.
Is that true? Do people on the internet who don't live here experience that same thing in their lives?
It might have actually switched. Yes, I do live in Santa Monica. That is correct.
I had no idea.
That's the only DK's Tone Fee, I'm pretty sure. Dude, he's just going to be chilling at the DK's Donuts waiting for us.
Yeah, don't be a weirdo.
Okay.
You do not have pink donut boxes. Okay, all right.
Mine are white.
Mine
We
are
have
white donut boxes?
Yep. See, there
Hey,
you see.
in the Simpsons, were the donuts in a white box or a pink box?
Probably a pink box.
In the Simpsons?
They might be.
Look, all right. We're about to
See,
end
all
this.
these people are saying they've never seen a pink donut box, but everybody in LA thinks that all donut boxes are pink.
Simpsons donuts. Let's see what the internet has to tell us. In a box. No, not. What are you doing, internet? It's in a pink. It's pink.
It's a pink donut box. See, I told you. It's because they're from Hollywood. See, there's more pink donut
More
boxes.
pink
They're from
donuts?
they're Hollywood.
What?
Yeah, see, NorCal will have it.
Wow, they copy a lot of things we do. It's no surprise.
Yeah, exactly. They're not very original.
Not very original out there. Wow. Well, you know what, James? I thank you. I never knew that.
Yeah. But when I read that article, the one donut shop they named was the DK's Donuts.
Dang.
They were like, this is and yeah, if you go there, like all the owners, I believe they might be Cambodian, they might be Vietnamese, I'm not sure. So,
Well, I want some pink box donuts.
well, let's do it.
New York has pink donut box. Yeah, they copy a lot of stuff we do.
Yeah,
so
they
it's no
copy
surprise.
stuff too. So, yeah, but see, everyone says that they have white boxes. The pink donut box thing is an LA thing.
What a world. I never knew it. I never knew it. Man, if only there were like documentaries that went over why the boxes are pink or not pink.
Shoot, that would be such a cool
I
documentary.
would
That
legit
be
love to watch that. I'm here watching a 6-part series on the Spanish Revolution for no reason, when it should be instead I'm looking at donut boxes.
Dude, like seriously, like people need to make documentaries that are like 20 minutes long and just like
that
talk
happens.
about one small topic and be done and like just keep going on.
Those do
making more.
exist.
And of course, there was also my friend who also made the comment that if you look at it carefully, documentaries are the biggest cinematic universe in all of movies.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
I heard that, I was like, whoa.
Sick.
Because they all take place in the same universe.
They sure do.
So there you go. The greatest cinematic universe is the
That
documentary.
makes total sense. Total sense. What's weird about what I said? I'm not strange.
What's weird about what you said? What did you say? What did they say?
I want to watch a documentary on donut boxes, but instead I'm just watching a 6-part series on the Spanish Revolution.
That sounds totally David to me.
I know. AKA not strange, duh.
Yeah, exactly.
Not weird.
Exactly.
Anyway, I'm going to go get donuts and then head back to the ranch.
All right. Speaking of ranch,
You want to roll?
yeah, let's do this.
All right, cool.
This.
Ha! Donut ranch. Later on. Bye. Bye. See ya. Bye.